The campaign resumes within the city of Antui. During the last session, the Maidens Four have had an action-packed morning, braving the Ghost Quarter for the first time in order to rescue a scribe by the name of Leona and her sellsword companion, Grant, from the grasp of the undead. After finding them, rescuing them, and fleeing the Ghost Quarter while being pursued by a horde of ghouls, the girls each spent the rest of their mornings shopping, talking, and getting to know each other in their own unique ways. Later that afternoon, they decided to begin an investigation on the persons of interest for the Adventurers Covenant. Olgrin Smokesteel, a dwarf suspected of trying to form up a gang in the southeastern district of the New Quarter, where the population is at its most dense. Investigating this district, they found the area jam-packed with ramshackle housing, tents, and people all trying to find space for themselves. They also noted a suspicious group of individuals, each bearing a tattoo of a black anvil on the insides of their forearms. Tailing them, they eventually followed these individuals to a gathering, and when confronted by Brigid, the group of 5 supposed gangsters broke apart and ran, only to be chased down by the Maidens Four. Capturing 3 of the 5, we resume with the various members of the group dragging their bounties to the center of the junction, where their interactions began.
We have this one. Put some ball in a line.
And like Brigid's walking back with hers thrown over her shoulder and toss.
Mm.
Well,
we got ours as well. Yeah, we got ours as well.
Yeah, the guy that we were chasing, Brigid, I think my Crown of Madness is still active. It lasts until I stop using it, I think.
Lucy.
Okay.
The charm.
Did you guys manage to get the courier?
Actually, it only lasts a minute, so it's already poofed.
Ah,
Aw.
damn. Well,
Hmm.
well
That's
he's bound and gagged. we took care of it.
Oh, nice. Good job, girl.
Yeah. Did you guys manage to get the courier?
Did we? Was that ours?
No, that's the one that Lie's carrying.
Yeah.
Oh. If you mean that one, yes, we did.
Good job, Lai.
His mom. Walking in the Frontier's map.
Alright, huddle. All the girls huddle. Alright.
Alright. Huddling.
So, huddle. So, what's the plan of interrogation? There should usually be someone that is the scary one. Someone that's...
Brigid raises her hand.
You want to do that? Okay.
I can be backup scary.
Yes. I forget. You have to tell me what we're asking first, or else I don't know. What are we trying to learn? I could ask the questions.
We're trying to learn if they are indeed working with our person of interest. And if they are, yes, do not reveal that to them. Let them tell us.
Oh, like, who do you work for? Break his leg.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they do, then we get them to tell us where he is.
And what the plans are.
Yes.
Right. Okay. We'll start with that. Okay, break. Okay, we approach them again.
Alright. So, reapproaching, save for, most of them are bound. The one carrying the courier bag is still being restrained by, Lai. Who's still in, little girl mode at this point. This little automaton just bending this guy into a pretzel around herself, using her telescopic arms to keep him in place.
I'll walk up and then I'll actually grab his hands and his feet, and tie them, hog tie them together.
Alright.
Thank you, La. I'll take him from here.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Oh.
And let's start the day off with a good roll. No, that's only 11.
Only 11. So as Lai releases him, he takes his chance and breaks free and slips from your grasp and immediately begins booking it back down the road that he just came from.
I'm going to take right off after him.
Mark's gonna tell Lai, go get him.
Okay.
All right, Lai, let's get him.
All right, just really quick, initiative rolls to see who goes.
God damn it!
Chase
Why?
Room Part 2 Electric
Why?
Boogaloo.
Oh my god.
All right.
Why are we rolling so poorly?
So go ahead, Tari and Esther as well. Roll for initiatives because I'm sure you
Yeah.
might want to get in on this.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
D20.
At least we're getting these low rolls out now.
Mm.
Oh man.
Okay.
We are off to a really bad start.
Yeah. Okay. So the courier begins booking it, and he's accelerating at a severe rate. He knows how fast that the little robot can go now. He uses his action to dash, his bonus action to also dash because he is a roguish type.
Of course he is.
He books at 90 feet. He automatically clears the corner.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
taking
I'm
off
gonna-
after that bastard.
I'm gonna stay. Or maybe someone stay with me.
Well, Tari's up.
Hey.
Tari's up next.
Hey, Lore took his bag last week.
So we have his bag, right?
Yeah.
Is it worth going after him?
We might need
Sure.
to move. It might.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if I use my full 60, and if it's in the same 6 seconds, then potentially within still eyesight?
No, at this point he is
Okay.
out of eyesight now. It's not how that works, sadly.
Okay. Well, I can still. Well, no, I can use message. Because it's 120 feet. I don't even have to move.
Mm.
Okay.
So, and it's cantrip. So I guess with message, I'll try and do the same thing I was doing last week, which was like make a startling sound.
Okay.
What do I roll for that?
With message itself, I need to look up.
Yeah, it's a communication, so it's that he doesn't have to roll anything, and it's not a hit. Well, I guess it would be intimidation.
Well, with message specifically, it specifically states whisper a message. So you shouting into this copper wire isn't going to transfer.
Okay. Then I definitely won't be able to catch him.
Mm.
I was gonna say I can move 70 feet with my dash.
Yeah, but that's still 20 feet more than you each turn.
I have an action surge, so I can get in front of him.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll hold
Mm-hmm.
because I can't. There's no way I could catch him.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. So go ahead. So now we come to Lore. Well, we come to Brigid because your dexterity is higher. All right. So what are you doing,
Yeah.
Brigid?
I am going to dash 70 feet,
Mm.
and then I'm going to action surge, run another 30 feet, get in front of him,
Mm.
and block his path, pull out my sword, and I'm going to yell at him, either you stop or I will splash you down.
Okay. Make an intimidation check. Using strength.
There we go, 25.
Mhm. All right. So you'll know what happens on his turn. Lore.
Lore's staying behind with the other captives, but sent Lai to run after him.
Mm.
Her dad.
Her dash will be 80 feet, so she's technically only 10 feet behind him. Okay. Uh-huh. Alright, and she's going after him. And Esther?
I'm gonna stay behind.
Okay.
Make
Yeah.
sure with lore, make sure that these guys don't go anywhere.
Okay.
No one comes to.
Alright. And then we come to him. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, it does require, so that was technically a bonus action. Alright. I'm just going over resources in my head. Alright, so as you say that, he screeches to a halt, and the alleyway is narrow enough, and you saw him considering his options. And as he thinks of potentially going the other way, he sees the little automaton run up behind him. He is in a pincered movement, and he raises his hands. Damn it!
That's what I thought. If you work with us, you'll leave her alive.
He doesn't respond.
I'm gonna point my sword at him and start waving it, be like, back the other way, mister.
Yeah, and so he turns around with his hands still raised. As he walks closer, Lai, going off her previous commands, actually snatches him up again. And then pretzels him around her form and just walks on.
And I will follow her back.
And so Lai and Brigid come back, returning the courier to the center of the junction.
Alright,
Sweet.
now we're going to try this again.
Can I help her tie him up by like I have a mace. I'm just gonna like hold it near I'm hoping it's like a flayed mace, like where it's like 4, even though it's a mace, it's like 4 like really
So flail?
yeah, flail type. Well, is that a different type? That might be a different weapon. I thought that still goes in. Whatever. I'm just gonna hold it up. I'm just gonna hold it up. Look, if you move, this is gonna go downwards on your head while she ties you up.
Just look at your buddy over there. He already experienced it.
Yeah. Just
Oh yeah, flail is
tie.
its own weapon. So yeah.
Damn it! I want a flail now.
It's a 1d. It's a 1d8 bludgeoning. So your mace is
Oof. Only 1d6.
yeah. So it's not even the same damage group. So yeah,
Okay.
something to think of in the future. So yeah, you just have your mace. So you just waggle your mace menacingly at him.
Do like the fake outs, like
go ahead, go ahead and make intimidation checks.
Me
you
and
do
her?
crazy eye.
Oh, Esther.
Okay.
You do crazy eyes too, just like really wild.
Please do. Please do. Please do.
Lean over and sniff him.
If it was the other guy, that'd be a lot more effective. But yeah, go ahead and roll intimidation. Okay.
Oh no!
Oh no.
All right. And
Yeah, 7.
hold on.
Damn it.
So as you lean in and do the fake out, you see him once away. It's like, oh, please don't. And then as you sniff, you just see him tremble. It's like, why? What is wrong with you people? You succeeded.
Oh, really? With a 7?
Yeah, because I roll for intimidations. I roll wisdom saving throws, and you rolled a 6.
All right.
Oh no.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. Are they all like looking at awake-ish and looking at me?
The one that you knocked the fuck out of, no. Which was the crossbolt guy that you were chasing down, and eventually had to knock. He was the one that was being tased by Lore all the way up the alleyway, and then you eventually helped her knock him out.
Should you
That
just
poor guy.
We just tackled our bitch.
Yeah.
We
Mind
did not.
controlled him a little bit.
What, should we wake him up or just ask these three?
I feel like he was more of a grunt. Between these
Okay.
two, I think they have more information.
Alright, I crouch down, do like the Asian crouching sit thing.
Asian squat.
Asian squat, yeah. To get an eye level with all of them and say, okay, like, alright. I'm going to ask you all, and you're all going to answer. Who do you work for?
You see the one that Tari and Brigid took down, who's the largest of the three, the one that was known, that one of the other guys identified as Skeeves. And he just looks over at the courier and gives a slight shake of his head before looking back at you.
Brigid. I look away.
Alright. I'm gonna take out one of my axes
Mm-hmm.
and throw it right at his leg.
Okay, make an attack roll. And it's, considering he's prone, it's technically with disadvantage.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah,
if
because
you're
it's
thr-
melee. Or
Yeah.
it's ranged.
Yeah,
Okay. Axe it plus.
it's your same as your great sword roll. Yeah. And again,
Oh shit! That's a
You
nat
should take-
one.
I should
um,
take a 6.
Esther, hold on, let me roll something here.
Wait, I thought she takes the advantage one. Like,
No,
No, it's
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Because she's throwing the axe, and he's technically prone.
Oh, okay.
Doug. So as you throw the axe, he quickly spreads his. Well, he can't because his legs are bound. So he quickly shifts his hips, and the axe just pings off the stonework on the ground, and then ricochets off one of the walls, and ping, 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 and right next to Lore's head.
I mean, I almost do feel like the axe was for intimidation anyway.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
I guess
Yep.
so it might be good that he didn't hit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, she didn't specify that she was aiming near his leg. She specified aiming at his leg, so it was an attack on his person. So that's
Oh,
the
gee.
reason.
Alright,
Yeah.
my friend here is
Yeah.
clearly crazy. I cannot control her. She just
Crazy
does-
eyes.
Yeah, she just does shit. So you better answer my point to another one. You answer my question.
So you're pointing at the well, the crossbowman is unconscious, so you're only talking to two of them.
Okay.
So you got the
yeah.
courier and Skeeves.
Mhm.
So you're pointing at the courier this time? Alright, so I'll say after that, make an intimidation check, just a flat roll.
What? I don't get advantage.
It came from a distance. Oh, yeah,
Nat
you did-
20!
yeah, you didn't really need it. To natural 20 to 23. Yeah, because the main issue was that little display was kind of giving you a disadvantage, but you managed to work your way back up to just a basic roll. All right. So, as you said, it's like he looks over at Skeeves and he's like, "I can't tell you. Just don't throw the axe again, please."
Yes.
Brigid grabs the second axe. Which one of you is getting it?
Lore's gonna sidestep to be behind somebody else, like, oh hell no.
Yeah.
Mm.
Can Tari cast Prestidigitation and make it like a foul odor specifically around their faces?
Sure.
Okay. Do I roll anything for that?
No,
No.
it literally just happens. So
I'm gonna try and make it as foul as possible to make them feel like their eyes are stinging. Almost suffocate them in a foul odor. But
Well-
obviously they're getting air, but like
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to breathe it.
well, it's harmless, so it can't do
Yeah.
anything over up to. So it's more like they're smelling like the most of it might be like they might smell distant raw sewage or something like that.
Yeah,
So something
I
that
don't want to
stinks.
cause damage.
Well, no,
but it would
but
be-
like something that Finn's like makes her eyes water or them retch is something like that's going to be a little bit more powerful than just a cantrip. But they definitely smell something, and you notice that the courier's reacting more. He's turning his head, wrinkling his face, whereas Skeeves seems to be just staring straight ahead. He's and he's a very rough and tumble individual in his own right. That he looks like he might have actually lived amongst the sewage that you're making him smell. So, yeah, this is just
All right.
another day to me.
Well, Brigid currently has her second hand axe pointed towards Skeeves.
Mm.
And then she's just going to slowly turn her head and then put the axe straight to the courier's neck.
Mm.
I feel like you have something you need to tell me. I'm just going to hold it right there at his neck.
All right, you can make an intimidation check with strength.
26.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So he winces back, and as the axe comes in, he leans as far back as he can, not getting that far from the blade. This is like, Olgren! Olgren! His name's Olgren!
Algren, you have a description for this man?
And then you see like Skeeves just turn his head and glare over at him. But Courier's like, Dwarf! Lots of tattoos, shaved head, runs the pawn shop not far from here.
A pawn shop, eh?
Owl's lost and found.
Thank you for the information.
The
I'll say
original
this one
information- Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just going to like lean towards Esther and be like, I think this one can go. He's actually helped us. No, actually no. He's going to run and tell them. No,
He's gonna
don't
run
do
and
it.
tell them. I think we should keep them tied up.
Yeah.
Or-
Our original information said that he had short black hair, not a shaved head.
Mm.
Well, he probably
So-
shaved to
yeah.
hide.
Yeah.
Oh, we can
That's
ask
the
them.
only discrepancy I found while looking at my notes.
Mm.
Okay.
We could ask him. Did he used to have black hair?
Nah, it's alright. Francine's got something.
Can Laura go through the courier's bag now?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Make an investigation check.
I'm going to assist.
Don't worry, I still have the hand axe at the courier's neck.
Mm.
And I'm gonna say this out loud for
Well, hold on, one thing at a time, please. So we got Laura going through the bag, and Tari
And
is assisting, so you can roll with advantage. So roll one more time, please. So 16 is the one we'll take. Going through it. You see he's carrying various scrolls, and parsing through them, they seem to be various financial agreements regarding various lots and spaces within the southeastern district of the New Quarter seem to be being purchased and are being contractually agreed upon. And you look towards the end and you see the amounts that were paid for were 8 silver, 2 gold. One person sold their lot for 2 silver. All seem to be for minor amounts of gold.
Looks like extortion.
Either extortion or he's forcing them to take low wages or low prices.
all right. Well, we'll be holding on to this.
Mm.
What
And-
should we?
At further end, you do see at the bottom, at bottom of the courier bag, you do see a small chest holding all the agreed upon gold funding, which tallies up to only about, for what you seem to be a dozen lots, only comes out to about 25 gold and 4 silver.
Oh, that's so paltry.
Laura's gonna put all of it back in the bag and then put that bag in her bag full.
Seemed like the individual is going to solidify these contracts. They haven't done so yet.
Okay.
All right. What other questions? Out of character. What other questions are we asking?
What their plan is.
What?
Still got
What?
the axe to the
Yeah.
courier's neck.
I guess maybe Lore will tell Esther this information and what is?
No. They'll show like paperwork.
Yes.
Hey, stop. Thank you.
Laura's gonna get in the courier's face.
Oh yeah. You ask.
Get just right in his face. There's an axe between them. She doesn't care. Why? Why?
To the courier. He looks at you, the strange masked woman, and he looks about confused as well. Why, what?
Why this? She shakes the paper.
Hmm.
Laura would have already taken the papers. Like she showed him.
Okay.
Hmm.
Why are you buying up land in the district?
And then he shrugs his shoulders. I don't know. I was hired to do.
I wanted to see if he's lying.
All right, roll an insight check.
please.
He might be telling the truth because I don't think a boss would 21. 21.
I only got a 13.
Okay. Go to whispers real quick. Okay. So taking a closer look at him, you quickly you do surmise that he is answering out of fear, and also that he is speaking the truth. He's definitely someone that was purposely kept out of the loop.
Okay.
All right, and that is all.
To the game.
Yep.
Intimidate anybody because she'd be serious with her threat.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we're back.
Yeah, he's I want to go he's telling the truth. It's just out of fear, and I don't think. I think it's just they keep these grunts out of the loop for situations like this. He's not lying.
Alright.
That
Well,
But then there's the question. So the messenger is a grunt. But what about this one?
Yes.
and we all look at Skeeves.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you gagged him, you just like, and he's just like eyeing each of you.
Is he gagged?
I think someone
I
said
don't
that he was
remember.
gagged.
Megan
Yeah,
said he was
yeah.
gagged?
Okay.
I mean, I think we gagged him. I don't remember.
We'll
I
just
don't
say
remember that.
that he's gagged. It's not that big a deal.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Yutari. Do you wanna ask him? Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so I guess
Take the gag out.
yeah, we remove the gag
Mm.
carefully so he can't bite us.
No.
And he's just
Um,
glaring intensely at whoever's removing the gag from his mouth.
I think it's Tari.
Yeah, she crap.
Lord.
Okay, so okay.
Hold on, we are
Oh,
getting some
yeah,
feedback.
Yeah. What is?
Oh, just like an echoing.
Who
Yeah.
I'm wearing headphones, so it can't be coming from me.
Same.
Erica, are you wearing headphones?
Yeah. Little wired headphones.
We're all wearing headphones.
Okay, now it's
It's a
coming.
ghost.
Okay, that was really weird.
Wait,
Weird.
hold on.
Oh, there goes. Oh, there goes.
I turned my mute on my headphones. And
What might be
apparently
happening?
it's-
Yeah, what might be happening is when you turn off your mute, it turns on your laptop speaker.
Oh. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I will not mute myself for the rest of the evening.
Sorry.
Well, you can mute in Discord. Just
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
just
I
mute.
don't know, but
yeah.
then have to like reach all the way.
Yeah, just mute via Discord from now on.
Okay.
Alright. But anyways, so back to what you were saying. You're trying to do something to her after removing the gag?
So she's going to like look him dead in the face and say in like the most menacing voice that she can muster, "It's in your best interest to comply with us now. You don't want to find out what's going to happen if you don't."
Make an intimidation check.
10. I think my intimidation. No, my intimidation's 5, not 2.
So it's a
So do I
15.
reroll or just add 3?
You just add 3.
Okay, so 13.
So it's 13. And he looks firmly at you, and he's just like, "What you want to know?"
What are you doing here?
Work.
What kind of work would that be?
Yeah. Just pacing the grounds, you know?
No, I don't believe I do.
Yeah. He looks you over. Yeah, you don't look like one that gets around a lot.
I slap him.
Alright. Make a general attack with your strength.
Yeah. Oh, so it would be plus my strength.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Backhand. Huh.
Yeah, backhand that bastard.
10?
You smack, and your hand just stops against his face, and you see his eyes just roll from Tari to look over at you. Also, what would be funny? You have a -1 to your strength, don't you?
No, it's
No, that's lore.
That's Lore. Okay.
Lore.
Yeah, Lore shouldn't be trying to smack anybody because she technically would do 0 damage.
Okay. No, Brigid, that's more your thing.
Absolutely.
Ugh.
And he just goes
I
from
move
glaring you back over to Tari, who's talking to him.
Well, I'm going to move Esther aside
Yeah.
and kneel down on the other side with Tari.
Mm.
Look here, mister. We know who you're working for. We need to know what he's doing here in the city.
And looks over at you. He's like, "What you makes you think that I would know that the guy carrying around all the papers doesn't? You know?"
Maybe because he seems scared shitless of you.
Exactly.
I'm a big guy. Kind of have that effect on people, you know.
Yes, and you also seem to have some authority.
Yeah, I'm the biggest one. Boss says not to talk. We don't talk.
Can I insight?
Yeah, go ahead.
You guys do something while I roll this.
Oh, I would like to also insight.
Okay, go ahead.
I have a
It's-
+6.
Oh,
No,
22.
Yo!
20, dirty 20.
Yeah.
Mhm,
22.
We kind of know what's going on.
mhm. All right, so Tari and Esther, go to Whispers, please. All right, so what you both surmise from looking at him, he's definitely a proud individual. He's not a stranger to this walk of life, and he doesn't seem to know much more, but he's also not willing to give up even that much information. He's definitely that ride or die type of criminal individual. He's a seasoned criminal, and he knows that speaking up can have consequences. And he's speaking from. He's also speaking. You also note that when he speaks of the boss, that there is a faint glint of fear, but it's that kind of fear that's earned.
He's scared of the boss.
So it might be like a respect thing or a show of strength kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Sounds good, sounds good.
Alright, so back to general.
Should we huddle again?
Sorry, it's not going to.
Okay. Well, yeah. If you have an idea of what to ask,
I was gonna say,
like-
I think Lore has an idea.
yeah, let Lord try.
Laura's gonna start pulling out some tools and scrap metal.
Whoa, shit! She's gonna turn
Brigitte's
you
got-
into a robot like she did with this
Oh.
little girl over there.
Yes.
Huh?
She was once a little girl that angered her, and now she is fully a robot.
Laura's gonna go up to Steve, tools and metal in hands.
Hmm.
Last chance.
Okay.
Either talk, or you'll never have the opportunity to do it again.
I'll have Esther and Lore roll their own individual intimidations, please.
The robot was once a little girl. Ooh, that's actually really good. Oh, nope, I got it.
Nope. Well, Lore got an 18 at least.
Yeah.
Nice.
Of course, the small one is the scariest.
She also is just this mask-wearing individual. She seems like, out of all of you, appearance-wise, the one that appears to be the most unhinged. So you approach with the hammer and scrap metal, and he straightens up, and he looks between all of you. It's like, look, all right, I don't know anything. The boss tells us to march. We talk to a few people. We make some arrangements, all right. And then we come to them, we tell them what we do, and then we look for more recruits, okay? That's all we're doing.
How many recruits do you have so far?
And he's looking about, like, alright, he snitched, what's worth? Alright. We don't got that much. He hasn't been operating that long. He's only been here a week. But there's 6 of us, and then he came with some tiefling wench, you know.
A girl?
Yeah.
No. Okay. I was thinking it was Vice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you have a description for this tiefling?
Yeah, she's very easy on the eyes, you know. She likes wearing clothes that really show off her figure. Yeah. And she has really short horns, and she got purple skin, white hair.
Okay.
Alright, they seem to be telling the truth.
Well, you know we can't let them go. We'll have to take them back to the tower.
For what?
Yes. It's probably for your protection too, because you are all
I
now
mean,
snitches.
if-
Yeah.
If Augur finds out that you've snitched, I can't see your life going on much longer.
Yeah, I think this is more for the better. Until we figure out what to do with Augury, I think you should. We'll take you back to the tower. It's honestly for your safety.
Esther, go ahead and make a persuasion check. Brigid can make an intimidation check with charisma.
Laura
Dang it,
will-
okay.
Persuasion. Persuade.
9.
Good.
My.
10.
So we got about the same.
Ooh, Francine, did you want to do something?
Laura had a question for the guy.
Oh, yeah.
So as you say these, he says, like, I think I'd rather take my chances with the boss than deal with those policing types. And Laura, you had a question?
What tactics do you use on those people? And she points at her bag.
I'm just saying that, you know, these little hovels and whatnot, you know, these people that looks like houses, but they're barely standing, you know? You don't know when someone's going to maybe lean a certain way and knock it over, you know?
I see you're strong arming them.
Laura's gonna get close.
Not strong on them, just letting them know the hazards of living in this kind of district. You know, might as well take the gold and live someplace nicer.
Well, how the hell are they supposed to go somewhere nicer with the chump change you're giving them?
Hey, you can live a lot on just a few silvers if you're smart. Obviously, you're not.
Smarter than you.
Bop him with her hammer.
Huh?
Or bop him with her hammer.
Okay, make an attack roll. Kind of like warping in and out a little bit, Francine, but go ahead.
Yeah.
Um, 18.
Ooh.
Oh.
18. So yeah, that definitely hits. Just roll a d4, 1d4, -1. Okay. Because it's going off your strength. So, so you do no damage, but you send the message across, and you just like, not try and like actually hurt him, but just like, hey, pay attention. It's like, and so you bonk him, and he's like, it's mildly annoying.
Can I try to intimidate them one more time?
It depends on how you intimidate them. What you do.
I'm going to go crouch, Asian crouch again.
Mm.
You say that you'd rather go back to your boss than go to the police. I just wanted to let you know something. What you think? Do you think going back to a criminal underboss, with him knowing that you betrayed him, is better than going to maybe prison for a little while with food in bars? I've seen captains in the sea take someone's tongue out, take their eyes out so they no longer see, to cut their ears as a message to someone if that person snitched.
Okay, go ahead and
So
make
I
it.
mean,
Oh,
you can go back to that if you'd like. Or you can go to prison for a little while with four little rooms, a meal every day. They'll let you go for good behavior. But that is up to you ultimately.
go ahead and make an intimidation check with advantage.
Yes. Just like looking over at Esther, like, is that what you did when you were captain?
I'll tell you guys later. Oh no, it's not like that.
And you say this, and he's just looking at you. It's like, there's a reason the boss didn't tell us much. He obviously foresee this kind of situation. And you putting me in a cell? That's just putting a fish in a barrel. That's all you're doing for me. If he really wants me dead, he's going to kill me. That's how true bosses work. So what you're offering here ain't much different. And I'd rather breathe the fresh, free air instead.
Well, maybe we should just go ahead and kill them.
We probably shouldn't.
Come on, guys, I need to kill something!
Well, hold on. She's going a little crazy here. And she says to the
Job
group,
was just to find out information about Ogren and have him visit the tower, not
Also,
to kill his underlings.
Yes. Also, why did we give them a choice? We could just carry them to the...
I know.
Yeah.
You can carry
But-
them.
Yeah, I will say it's easier to have them walk than it is to try to force them. But hell, they're not giving us an option, so carry them we shall.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take
I mean, hell,
the line.
Lore. I would say Lai's already got the courier over her shoulders.
Yeah. Alright, knock them out first and then we'll just carry them. I'll take the lightest, Lord and Brigid take the heaviest.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna take the end of my axe.
Wait. Yeah, knock them out.
I'm gonna take the end of my axe and butt his head.
Okay. Alright, let's see something out here.
I think you just roll with your axe, but with an attack, just non.
The thing is, he's kind of a beefier individual, so it's going to take a bit.
Yeah.
But I'll just say, for brevity's sake, since he's there, you just. I mean, go ahead and just. I guess go ahead and just roll out your damage. Roll to
Oh.
attack first, but it's with advantage.
Question.
Hmm.
Did they pass any carts and stuff on their way in? Goddamn.
So many.
Oh, 218, so I definitely hit.
Yeah, go ahead and roll your great sword damage.
Okay. Why? Why does that always happen? Gonna re-roll those?
Mm.
No, no.
Wow. And I have to take those too. So 7 damage.
Hmm.
Kyle, they hate me.
Hold on.
You're too
Maybe-
awesome.
Yeah. Pick up.
Yeah, I was just double checking to make sure there's no special rulings on being knocked unconscious, and yeah, it is. So it's a total of 7 damage.
Uh-huh.
So you just crack. He's like, ah, god damn, that hurts.
I mean, I can help.
I can do this all day, buddy.
Just make an intimidation check with strength this
With my
time.
charisma?
With your
With
strength,
strength? Okay.
because you just bonked him.
God damn it. 11. These dice do not like me tonight.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, and I can take it all night too.
Ooh.
I bop him again?
All right, roll it out.
Oh, what just happened?
While she's
Hold on.
rolling, is his friend gonna be more accepting of walking?
For one, he's pretzeled, but yes, he's like sweating profusely. He'll cooperate, and then his third friend is already unconscious. So
I got
you do
14.
hit. So you do hit. He doesn't have a high AC.
Okay. Okay.
Roll that one.
I'm gonna re-roll that one. Okay. 13 damage.
13 damage, and you did what, 7 damage before, so you did 20. So you hit him
Yep.
even harder right at the base of his skull, and he starts seeing stars. Like, God, oh, fucking hell.
Are you sure you can take this all night?
And
I
he's-
raise my axe to hit him again.
Go for it. Roll it out.
I'll go find a cart.
Oh, Laura's
Okay.
gonna go look for.
That's actually critical, so.
No, it's not a nat 19.
Oh, it's not 19. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, 22.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. So go ahead and roll it out. Looking for a cart, make an investigation or perception check. Well, perception check, more likely.
Gonna re-roll that too. Okay. 14 damage this time.
14 damage. You bring up, so it's like, bam! You really don't want me to do this. Wham! You really don't want me to do this. And then crack against the side of his temple, and this time he falls over. He's like, now he's finally knocked unconscious.
Fuck yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
All right.
What about you? You're walking, or
The courier says, I'll walk, don't worry about it.
That's a
about
smart
that.
lad.
And you don't really find any carts that, at least not any that can handle someone's weight, like the weight of the individuals that you want to carry. So,
Heck.
That's alright. I'm pretty sure I can handle this bandolier guy.
so you heave them up, and you can, so because you're doing your lifting now, no checks needed. So you just heave them up, like fireman carrying style, I guess. Or
Yeah.
like slung over your shoulder or something like that. He's a big dude, but you managed to hold firm. Who's picking up the other person, the crossbow individual?
Honestly,
I think
I can
Wilbur?
totally throw mine over fireman's carry.
Mm.
If Ly's gonna put down the courier and have him walk, then Ly carry the unconscious guy,
Okay.
and then the two ladies who have muscles can watch the awake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. And so you do.
we're gonna.
And you make your way back to the Covenant Tower.
Yep.
All right. So it takes some time, and it was like mid to late afternoon, I believe, when we left off last session. So it's like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time you arrive
Yeah.
at the Covenant, it's getting closer to 5. It takes about an hour to navigate through the dense city. But you eventually come back to the tower with a variety of individuals, and seeing this, you see Doricia at her table once more having a conversation with Zula, and Zula turns to face you all, is like, "Oh, who are these guys?"
They work for your person of interest.
Yeah?
Yeah,
And she's looking
yeah.
over them.
They were,
Mm.
they were trying to buy up land in the district for very cheap.
Well, there's no law.
Lors-
There's no law against
Laura's
it.
got the paper. Well, the individual that I currently have admitted that they were strong-arming them into it.
Mm.
Hmm.
Laurel show him the paperwork.
Yeah, and she will look over the paperwork and take a moment. So, yeah, you're not wrong. They're definitely trying to snatch up this land for a very easy sum. And like I said, buying land here is a little bit iffy because this place isn't a city-state or anything like that. And it's only happening in a new quarter, which the conservatory don't really care about anymore. Otherwise, the other districts, they'd have to talk to the conservatory about. I guess that's the reason why they're trying to buy land here. She's thinking for a moment. And like strong arming. Just this one?
All of them.
Oh. And well,
So apparently the person of interest that you're looking for is a dwarf by the name of Algren Smokesteel.
yeah.
Gosh, yeah. Came here with a tiefling, and apparently he's recruited 6 folks so far.
Let's see.
We're about to go
Wow.
talk to him.
Well, he brought her with them.
Yeah,
So,
the tiefling.
Yeah.
Just description of the tiefling. She's got short horns, purple skin, white hair.
Big boobs, big butt. Very attractive.
Wears revealing clothing.
Yes. My kind of lady. Sorry.
Well, no one pops up on that on my militia watch, but I mean, that's what
Apparently Algren runs the pawn shop.
Yeah, must be a new operation. If I don't know about that, normally I hear about businesses being established.
We basically just wanted to drop him off, and we're going to go see Algren now.
All right. We'll hold him for a little bit. I'll probably send
We
some.
just-
I'll send some cell sorts over to question the individuals on these lots to go see if they can get some witness accounts of their manner of extortion. And
Yeah.
if it comes out clear, I'll hold them for a bit.
Yes.
We didn't want to leave them so they could run back to Algren and warn them.
That's
Yeah.
fair, though. Yeah, that's fair. Well, you just drop him off here, Thaddeus, and you see Thaddeus shows up like, yes, ma'am. He's like, take these men down to the dungeons. See to it that they get proper accommodations. And with that, he's like, right away, mum. Boys, and 2 other sellswords come and join him as they drag off or walk the others outside the tower. And you see, not far from the tower, there is a more reinforced building. To like when looking at it face at the entrance, there's one to the right of it, and an eastern building, and they drag him there, which seems to be the guardhouse.
All right. I guess we walk. I guess. Should we save seeing Ogren tomorrow, or should we do that now?
Well, 2 of the guys got away. They probably already gave him a heads up.
Oh,
At the very least, we need to show up and make sure that he doesn't.
So what did she say? We need to shake him down a little bit and get information.
Well, more like talk to him and try to get information. Unless.
Sorry,
What's up, Francine?
Could someone can pose and go into his pawn shop. The others cut off the back and the front.
Like
That's true, because they only saw me.
Oh,
They didn't see Tari.
Or Esther and Lore.
I mean, they might have seen her. They might have seen those 2 when we were walking down the street, but they definitely didn't see you because you were sneaking.
Okay. So
Well-
should we?
Which of us looks like someone who would sell something?
Points to Tari.
Okay.
Maybe I'll back up Tari too. I'll just be like, oh, I want to look around in the pawn shop. She is my friend, and whatnot.
Laura's gonna her lockbox that she hasn't opened yet, and go to hand it to Tari, but like not let go just yet. This will look interesting. Don't break it or lose
Fair
it
enough.
Or sell it. Okay.
or sell it.
Yeah.
I'll do my best.
All right. That's a plan.
She'll reluctantly let go of the box, just like
Alright.
I mean, I potentially could have cast prestidigitation on like one of my daggers to make it look more interesting than it is, as an illusion. It's like that could have been a thing.
pawnbrokers would be like, "Oh, I see that magic shit going on," and Laura doesn't really know what stuff is, so
Okay. Okay. Well.
sell it thing. This is
All right.
All right. We have a plan.
Yeah.
Let's
Uh,
go.
What time
Alright.
is it during the day?
It's
About
about
5.
Yeah, it's about 5 right now. So it'll be around 6 p.m. by the time you show up to the supposed. Well, first you have to go find it because you were told the name of the establishment, but you have no idea where it is.
Well, he
We
said
just know
it
that
was
it's in the
nearby.
southeastern.
Yeah, so at least take an hour, not counting any time that it would take for you to actually find.
Okay. What time is Brigid's match with Jack?
We just said tomorrow night. We didn't really have a time.
Well, yeah, so tell me like the evening. So it's whatever the match is this evening.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we weren't getting really close.
No.
I mean, I'm sure Jacktooth understands that we are busy ladies. We are taking care of quests.
Exactly.
Very true.
He's not gonna be like, oh, I don't want to do anymore because you stood me up.
No, and he'll probably be up for a while anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be up.
Was that actually in my character lore? Because I'm gonna high five her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
High five! Yeah! We just do a group high five.
Yeah. Oh no. We're turning her.
Yes, nice.
Baby.
Alright then. Well, we have our buying team. Lore, do you want to stake the front or the back of the shop?
Back.
Alright. I will stand out front. In case they run, you and Lai have the back.
All right.
Hands in, ladies!
Alright.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Come on, friends. And break.
Yeah.
Alright.
So we all make our way down to the southeastern of the new quarter.
Okay, so going to the southeastern district of the new quarter. Those of you that can, you can choose to make an investigation check to try and find the establishment yourselves, or you can inquire through a charisma check.
I got a dirty 20 on investigation.
Okay.
I am going to try investigation.
Hmm.
I got a 10.
Yeah. You find buildings.
Yeah! I'm in the right place.
Okay, so
Was that 11 your first investigation check, Lore?
11.
no, that was before, I think.
That was looking for the,
Oh, yeah, that's a different timestamp. Yes. Okay. Just making sure, because I saw just random that. So 20, 10, 18, 20. All right. So through your various methods, you managed to just, rather than, I imagine most of you are actually just trying to find it yourselves.
Mhm.
So
No.
rather than the
Divide and conquer.
Yeah, dividing and conquering, you do eventually find this very deep in the southeastern district, like farther than you've gone. You eventually find this one building that is very short and stout, flanked by two buildings almost leaning on it for support. Almost like two-story, like a story and a half. Like, it's very ramshackle in their designs, but the one sturdy structure is obviously of good make, of good carpentry and whatnot. It's made out of wood, and then hanging from a wooden awning is a simple sign inscribed first in Dwarvish and then later in Common, is Owls Lost and Found. And it has a door with a window pane on the panel. And the two buildings leaning over it kind of make the alleyways flanking it very narrow. But someone like Lore and an Ally can easily fit through the alley.
Okay, so we wouldn't be able to, in general, just lore and lie.
Mm.
All right.
Now without, like, it would be very difficult. You would move at a very slow speed. You'd have to, like, crawl your way through the alleys.
I'm trying to burp,
Mm.
but it's not working.
Oh,
It's like
Ew.
stuck right here.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah.
fair.
Ew.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so Tari's gonna turn to Esther. You ready to go?
Yes.
All right. So we have Brigid posting up at the front. Lore, do you go ahead and move to the back? If you're talking, I can't hear you. Oh, Francine popped off actually.
Francine!
Did she?
Yeah.
Yeah, she might have disconnected.
Mm,
Oh no.
Hello?
Francine!
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, and a lot
Okay.
better too.
Okay, well, fuck. Okay. Swapped headsets, and now the camera doesn't want to work.
That's okay.
Anyway, Lore's gonna go through the back, and then have Lai barricade the back of the door if there's nobody back there.
Okay. So as you're moving towards the back, do you do this carefully to avoid drawing
Yes.
attention? All right, make a stealth check for you and Lai, please.
I'm not currently sitting in front of a computer. I am making
I can bring up your sheet and roll for you, or have someone else
Please.
roll. Would you like someone else in the group to roll for you?
You can go ahead. If I think it's a disadvantage +1
Yeah.
because stealth and clanky boots.
Yeah.
No,
Sweet.
no good.
I'll roll
Baby.
for her
Okay.
at 12.
Oh, 12.
Sorry, she's moving around constantly, and she's like, I want to lay on this side of the keyboard. No, I want to lay on this side of the keyboard. I'm just trying to, stop. Okay. Yes, for her stealth, she does only have a +1 with disadvantage, and lie, I think, is the same way in it.
Lie.
Steel Defender has a +1 as well, but she doesn't have disadvantage, so it's a flat roll for her. So she has a 12 for her first roll. Go ahead and roll for lie.
Is she also at disadvantage?
No, just a flat roll.
Is it still +1?
Yes.
Okay. 14.
12 and 14.
Nice.
All right.
I had to bring Archer outside.
It's okay. Okay. So as you begin moving around towards the back, you come to the corner and you stop slowly and you peek around with just one masked eye, and you see one of the familiar figures of the gang that you saw, a human, copper toned skin, short, slick back black hair, muscular, is leaning against the wall leading to right next to the back door.
Lie,
So-
gag, and restrain.
Oh god!
Alright, so
Hot damn.
have her make an athletics check, and Elsie says he's not expecting it. Make it with advantage.
Nice.
What's
someone could roll
Wise
for me, please.
athletics?
It'd be just a
Uh,
strength roll.
Okay,
What's
so
hers plus
Yep.
4?
Steel Defender.
Yeah, so let me bring us to you.
I'm sorry. Archer was doing the doggy potty dance. I had to bring him out.
Hers is a +4. She does have athletics, so it's a d20 +4.
Okay.
should I roll or are you rolling for good? Okay.
I got a 12.
Mhm.
Maybe y'all should, because I'm getting shit over here.
He rolls a 2. And so
Okay.
she comes in, manages to put one hand over the mouth while using her left arm to telescopically wrap around his arms and just grab him and wrench him away. And so he is now silenced. There will be rolls, so long as he's conscious, to contest her grapple. But you got there, you're at the back door. There's no one else, and there is an alleyway that goes... you're closer to the outer wall at this point, and that is where this shop is this building is set up. So you see the 20-foot almost crumbling wall before you, and there is a path going left and right along the wall that you can navigate through.
Okay. Can Lore knock this guy out by putting pressure on that artery on his neck?
You'd have to keep doing. That's the weird thing about knocking out in this game is that you actually have to do damage.
Because Lore can't hit for shit. Shocking
Do you have any
grasp
rope
him
that-
right in the neck or the head.
All right, so what we'll be doing is we'll be going back and forth between it. So go ahead and roll out your melee spell attack. He's only
It's a plus.
he's only
6 or
grappled,
7.
so there's
Wait, are you back at the computer?
No, I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. Archer's taking his sweet time using the bathroom.
I can pull your character sheet up.
no, that's
Could
fine.
you
Or is
please?
Lies separate?
Lie is separate. She is basically a steel defender. I'll bring it up.
Okay.
I want to cut down people looking at each other's sheets
Yeah.
unless someone's actually playing at
Understandable.
them. So for spell attack, it will be a +6. Well, yeah. Is it technically a +7 because of your tinkering shenanigans? We'll just say it's +6 right now.
Okay.
23.
Yeah, that hits. For her shocking grasp is a plus 1d8. Yeah,
2.
2 damage. Okay, he gets mildly irritated. He will make a quick. You'll try to break free. Roll a. Okay, so roll a d20 plus 4. Okay.
7. Somebody else please take over.
Okay.
All right. So now we come. Now we're going to go over to Tari and Esther as they're entering the establishment.
Archer.
As you do, you enter, and it is this stockpile. It is just almost like fish market shelving, with not so much glass, but bars blocking off anyone from grabbing any of these. This like piles of just random junk tools and whatnot. There's barrels with like shovels, pickaxes, pitchforks. It is just a constant accruement of jewelry, of stuff that people would be willing to sell off of themselves in order to get some gold, and some just random junk. And behind a counter, with a rather sharp, curved dagger, like a jambaya, is just casually skinning what looks to be an orange. As he looks over, it is a short, muscular, shaven-headed dwarf with a short black beard, and just tattoos along his arms. What languages do Esther and Tari speak?
Tari speaks Abyssal, Common, Elvish.
Primordial and common.
Alright, so there are some tattoos that you notice that there was like runic inscriptions along his forearms, but you don't understand them.
Okay.
And he looks over, and he sees you two approaching, and he sets the orange down and sheathes the dagger into a holster that's located just below his chest. He's like, "Oh, greetings. Welcome to Owls Lost and Found. What can I do for you?"
So, we're going to go to town and I have a few inquiries and something I would like you to look at.
Oh, of course. What inquiries do you have?
Shit.
Oh, come on.
Well, I was wondering. It looks like you were about to attack.
Oh,
Really?
no, not attack. Just peeling orange is good for keeping healthy. That is all.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't blame you. This part of the city is a little sketchy, you know.
But he's cheap. It's a good place for business.
Hmm.
Is the pawn shop the only business you have?
For now, yes. I am new into town. I became very lucky that I could set up shop here. Why increase a business? I am here. I am a businessman. I sell things, you buy, or you go away. So, what things can I sell to you, or what can I buy from you? It is pawn shop.
She's gonna pull out the box, the lockbox.
Hmm.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
And he like offers his hands like, "May I see it closer?"
She's gonna come up to the edge of the counter.
Hmm.
Esther's gonna get close too.
Okay. And he leans in and takes a gander at it. Let me see. This is interesting. It's like, oh, it's been a long time since I see lockbox like this. It's multi-layered. is almost like a puzzle box for men, for those that have sticky fingers, so we say. That or is box for nobles that really don't want on inside of it. It's strange that you bring this to me, and there's already one lock undone. I see this.
I tried, but it still didn't open. So I was wondering if I broke it.
Oh no, not broke at all. I've had to get into a few boxes myself. Some people just like, I have this strange box that, my mother left me but cannot open, and I open for them for fee. And I can do this for you as well.
I think I'll just keep at my hand.
Oh, the might is pour out. This is very good, he says with a smile. He's like, do you have something that would be potentially interesting and beneficial for me?
Out of character, should I ask him about, just straight up ask him about what he's doing?
There's a thing about this. You're here, Tari. You're here with Esther. What
Yeah,
would Tari
no.
say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like this is like the beginning of the shakedown, and if he tries
Yeah.
to run by the girls,
Okay.
is there a door behind him?
There is indeed a door. There's some shelving and whatnot with what looks to be like pawned off weaponry and armor. Seems to be more expensive wares. He keeps behind the counter with him, but there is a narrow doorway that does lead to the what seems to be like the back. And I would is Francine back yet?
I don't know.
I am sitting in front of the computer now, yes.
Okay, I would like you to very quickly make another athletics check for Lai.
Boom. 14.
Okay.
Much better than me.
So we come back to it, and so as we come back to it, he's about to open his mouth, and before long you see it, and you hear a loud shouting, "Boss, we got dogs up at the back!" And he's like, "What in? Oh, Taskanyaskum!" And he looks hesitant. He looks directly at you. "Do not move." And he begins moving towards the back of the building.
Can Tari go ahead and cast Throne of Madness on him?
A crown
Yeah.
of madness, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what did I say?
No, you said throne of madness.
Oh my gosh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
That sounds even more intense. Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
And he doesn't view us as enemies yet. Oh, does that count? In the thing?
Here, water checks to make right now.
That's the only thing I can do to really stop him in his tracks. I don't have any kind of restraint spells.
Mm-hmm. Me neither. We need more of those. A lot of these dudes are running from us.
What level is
Yeah.
what level is Crown of Madness?
2.
2. Okay. Okay. So as you do this, as you begin making the incantations, you feel your throat seize up, and shimmering from just next of where the dwarf was sitting, shimmers into view a purple-skinned tiefling donned in a white dress that is
Yep.
very revealing her skin, and she is locking her pupilless white eyes directly towards you. I would like everyone to roll for initiative, please.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mhm.
I don't have any more spell slots, by the way, guys.
Mhm.
Well, that
2.
didn't count, did it?
Oh, it did.
I did.
Oh, 3.
7.
That's why I wanted to do tomorrow so I can get skill slots back.
Hey, you know that moment when you know you're fucked?
Yeah, right? It's literally what's going on right now.
Like,
Wait,
Suddenly
what-
we all have regrets.
Right? What, Kyle, so is she restraining me?
No, she
Okay.
fizzled your spell. She make an Arcana check.
Okay. Gave it +4. Oh. 20, natural 20.
Natural 20.
24, yeah.
While you've never experienced it before, you have heard that certain experienced spellcasters have the ability to fizzle out the spells of others in the form of an ability known as counterspell.
Yeah. I have a feeling that was it. Okay. I was just wondering if it was something that I would have to do a wisdom saving throw with.
Okay, so. Alright, so Tari, what did you roll for initiative?
What did I roll? A 6.
6. Esther?
3?
Mm-hmm. Brigid?
14.
Lore?
7.
Oh, interesting.
We don't know how to react.
No. Not at all.
Apparently. No, that's not our party strong suit.
Downside, we can't get to lore and lie easily until we beat Augury and the tiefling chick. That's assuming there aren't other guys in the building.
Well, we are about to find out.
Alright. So we start off our initiative with hold on, with the tiefling. Hold on, got a cat doing cat things. Alright. Do. She's already expended. Okay, so coming to her turn, she looks directly. I'm not using that. Oh,
God damn.
okay. So what she's going to do is, since it's a very small space, she looks near the center of the establishment, and you see her white eyes immediately go black, and instantaneously you find yourselves, you Esther and Tari, you immediately find yourselves engulfed in darkness.
Shit.
You cannot see anything. You are considered blind.
Shit.
And then you hear the shuffling of. Well, let me see what she's got. Alright, and that's it for her turn. We now come to Brigid, where you hear shouting coming from inside. And peering in through the window, you see this massive dome. What you're looking inside, you glanced in it before, and then glancing back inside now, you just see a wall of black.
Is there a second story to this place?
There's not. It's a single story.
Well, fuck. I'm just gonna stand at the door and hold my action.
Okay, what are you holding? What action are you holding?
Attack.
Okay.
We might go out through the back.
Probably, but I don't think I can fit back there.
Alright, so Lore and Lai, the individual that you were trying to restrain, pulls out a battle axe and just immediately swings it towards Lai, since she's the one trying to restrain him. He rolls a +4, so a 10 to hit.
Does not hit.
Does not hit, so she just dodges under head of it. He's going to make another attack. And that's a natural 20.
Oof.
Ouch.
And I'll
Definitely
let you see
hits.
that. So 12 points of slashing damage as he just crams this battle axe just right against her midsection, tearing into her dress once more.
12?
Yes, 12 damage.
Because it was a
Oh.
crit.
Yeah.
I'm making 100% sure I heard that right, because Steel Defenders don't have a lot of HP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is she still standing though?
Barely.
Yeah. All right.
Whatever.
All right, and then not long after that, the door swings open, and you see this shaven-headed dwarf who comes out and just glares fiercely over at you, Lore. And you see the pair. There is a dagger at his belly, and another at his hip, and he pulls them out. It's like, I'll show you what it means to mess with Smoke Steel, and he'll just actually rush in towards you. And he will make a series of attacks.
Do I hear this going on?
No, because it's on the back. Well, make a perception
Oh,
check. Make a.
Lord could be like, oh god.
That's
on
a
her
nat
turn?
20
I'm pretty sure.
or
You're,
25.
I'm pretty sure you're going to hear a scream of pain here in a minute. So for the first attack, second attack, third attack. All right. So in each of those, 7 to hit. 22, 26, and 19 to hit.
All 3 hit.
Okay. So for the first attack,
Sorry, I glitched.
for the first attack, he takes 7 points of piercing damage. The second will be 6 points, and the third attack will be 8 points of piercing. So 13, 21 points of damage.
I'm
Total.
down.
God.
So as he just comes in at you and just cleaves you down,
Yep.
you hear a loud scream of pain before you hear a body collapse onto the ground. All right. So now we come to Lore. I would like you to make a death saving throw for me, please.
Alright, that's a flat 20, right?
Yes, it's flat 20,
Yeah.
10 or higher.
Come on. 8.
8. So that is one death saving throw failed.
I don't know if I heard a response before I glitched out. I asked if I could start running back there.
No, it's not your turn.
Okay. Alright.
So we got Lore, failed her death saving throw. Lie, she's not getting an order from you, so she takes the dodge action.
Yep.
So she has a dodge action. Tari, you also hear Lore give out a scream before you feel the collapse. And it comes from where the back of the door was.
Okay. Would I know what spell is being used on me?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay.
And this will be your bonus action.
Okay. Fuck, that was a natural one.
No, you do not know.
Yeah, no. Okay. Okay. That. I'm trying to. So if I use light, I'm hoping maybe it's darkness. So light as a cantrip to light the lockbox that I'm holding.
Hmm.
Does that work?
You want.
Because I don't have to roll anything
Alright.
to attack.
Yeah, so you try and focus on light, and as you do so, you focus. You said the incantation, you see nothing appear.
Okay. Okay, so upon... going into the building, I would have... did I notice any, opening to behind the counter?
Yes, you notice that there was a door behind where Al was.
Well, how to get to the other side of the counter.
There would have been a post. The counter also wasn't that high. You could just jump over it.
Okay, so she's gonna go off her instincts and try and work through this and go over the counter because and kind of hold her hands out and feel and try and go as close to the door as she can remember mentally.
And so, as you do so, coming from where you were, you spend about 15 feet of your movement before you feel a wall and the jangle of a door just in front of you.
Okay. Opening the door, do I feel a difference? Like, do I feel like I'm still inside, or
You feel a
is it
rush of air.
outside?
You feel
Okay,
a rush
so
of
this is
air.
the door to outside.
And you still have 15 more feet of movement.
Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. So she's just gonna keep her hands in front of her and just keep walking.
And as you take another step, you slip out from the darkness lifts, and looking over your shoulder, you see that there's a wall of black shadow behind you.
Oh,
and
it
you're
is
once.
Dispel darkness.
Yeah.
Call out to me so I know where you are and you can
Yeah.
help me.
And
She was going to.
yeah, and so what you see is on the exit, you see one of the familiar thugs that had gathered that was walking with Skeeves, and you also see standing over a now downed with her uniform coat cut open in a series of 3 slashes and bloody daggers, Algren.
I used my spell to try and light up the darkness shit, so I can't do anything.
No, yeah, and yeah, it was your bonus action to do the Arcana check.
Yeah.
Attack him.
So
Can't you-
No, she can't do anything, sweetie. She used her actions.
Oh.
yeah.
She used
So,
light is an action. She used an Arcana check to try and figure out what the spell was, and that was a bonus action. All she has is her movement.
yeah. So I've got 10 feet left,
Yes,
or 15. 10.
10.
Okay. So
And he's about 10, and Algren is about 10 feet away from you. The thug is immediately on you because he's right by the door when he was attacked by Lie.
okay. So I can't move, or he gets an attack of opportunity. Okay. So I'll just take one step beyond the door, so I'm still like diagonal to him. just so Brigid and Esther can come out.
Okay.
I'm going to, and Tari's going to shout into the building. It's a darkness spell. Just keep moving forward. I'm sure you saw what the door is. Brigid, we need your help.
Alright, so you hear the shouting. We come to Esther. What are you doing? You hear the shouting.
Yeah, I remember where the door is. I'm gonna go there and feel around.
So you rush on out, and eventually you stagger through, and you walk through the field of darkness, and you see the scene unfolding before you.
I have to touch her. How close am I to her?
You're about 10 feet away from her. Oh, yeah, I guess so.
We have enough. Can I go up and run up?
It took about 15 feet of movement to get out of the building. Well, 20 feet total. So you have 10. You have exactly enough feet to get in range.
I'm gonna come in there and should I? I'll just cast heal. Right? It's better than Spirit dying because she'll be up.
Yeah. Healing her
Yeah.
will reset her death saving throws and also get her back up. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to cast. I'm gonna touch her. I'm gonna
Okay.
cast Cure Wounds. 1d4.
1d8.
1d8. Plus
And don't
4.
forget all the pluses that your Disciple of Life give you.
And a plus 4. And then Disciple of Life gives me. What is the Disciple of Life give me again?
I'd have to look at your sheet.
Yeah, let me see. You
It should be on the features,
additional HP equal to 2 plus the spell's level.
which if you're casting at first level, it means that it's a +3.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 plus 1. Yeah. So it's a D8 plus 7 then, with all that added in.
Okay. Oh, look at that shit. Fuck you.
Okay, so Lore, you come back to consciousness, breathing sharply as the wounds across your chest begin to close. Still bleeding, but they are healed almost entirely. So your death saving throws are reset.
Hooray, I'm not dead.
Yep. Alright, and that's your action. Bonus action? Well, you don't really have much you can do that since you cast a spell.
Yeah. I'm gonna flip him off.
Okay. Alright. So we now come to the Tiefling, who is going to emerge from behind you all, and she will rest, let's see. She will come up behind you, Tari, and look at you. It's like, I would highly urge you to stay right where you are. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Got you.
Oh,
Me?
she's good. Good charm.
Oh, crap, I had the wrong thing copied. Dang it. And I have advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Ooh.
First one's a 24, second one's an 18. I'll take the 24.
Hold on. I gotta look something up real quick regarding spoil spelled it right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, on all wisdom saving throws. Yeah. Okay. So I was just double checking it because a lot of races have like advantage on these specific types of spells. So yeah, you managed to resist the effect, and seeing this, she an expression of annoyance spreads across her lovely features, and then you see a duplicate of her form just immediately extend from her form and stand beside her.
Okay.
Rude.
What the hell are you doing, Kyle?
With that, we now come to Brigid's turn. So you hear the shouting. What do you do?
Is the shop still filled with darkness?
Let me see. It was a concentration effect. It is gone. So it just fades out as she attempted to cast this one, this other spell.
All right. Before I run into the store, quick question: Can I make it to the back door if I run around the building? Do I have enough movement?
It would be very difficult with just base movement. No.
Okay.
And it takes about.
Can I get to the back door by running through the store?
Yes, you can, and it's about 30 feet from one end to the other. It's not that big of a store.
Okay. Well, then I am going to rush through the store to the back door and attack the closest person to me. Is it the tiefling?
Yeah, the
or the other
tiefling.
guy?
The tiefling is practically barring the door.
Nope. She's getting a sword to the back.
All right, roll with disadvantage.
Nice. And is she flanking?
No,
Why am I rolling with disadvantage?
because you don't know which one's her. There's two of her standing in the same place.
Oh, fuck. Is there the other guy back there?
You can't see because she's literally at the door. You can't go through her.
Well,
just
I
attack
failed.
her.
Yeah,
That one, I failed.
yeah.
Oh no.
So as you swing in, both of the illusions just step aside and your blade goes between them.
Okay.
So that's your action. Nothing you can really do with your bonus action just yet. So with that, we come to the thug's turn, who is seeing the damage that the machine has sustained, is going to try and finish it off. And that's another natural 20.
God damn it.
We'll do a public roll for his damage.
Well,
2, 4, so 6 damage total.
either way, Lie's down now.
Yeah, so
Wait,
Lai just
I thought
gets
16.
smacked. No,
Didn't-
not Lore, Lai.
Oh,
Yeah,
lie.
lie.
Okay.
Yeah, so she just gets smacked against the wall, and his spare attack, he'll move in close to you, Esther, and try and strike you down. And he'll roll.
Like,
He rolls an 8, so he doesn't hit.
No.
All right, and then we come back to Olgren and seeing everyone piling on out. He narrows his eyes at you. It's like I knew you would be too fishy for me. And then he begins swinging his strikes out at you, Esther.
That's racist. Ah!
I was gonna say that's super rude.
Yeah, 21 for the first,
Yeah, that hits.
23 for the second.
23?
Yeah, and then 18 for the last.
Jesus, yes. All 3 hit.
Okay. All right,
All
so
the good rolls are going to Kyle tonight, which isn't good.
6,
We're all
5,
rolling like shit.
Except Kyle.
So 19 points of piercing damage.
Good God.
Ah, fuck you!
Actually, I might have to look at something else here
Oh,
because.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, no, there's more to it
No, you
because
don't.
he's technically flanking with you. There's some other stuff coming.
I mean,
Tw-
I'm still
12 additional points of damage.
12.
As he exploits a weakness within your armor, as he just slashes you with his first 2 strikes and then flips one of his jabayas and just crams it right into your kidney.
Ooh.
You see stars in your vision before he pulls back, still holding his ground. Yeah. Okay, so we're moving to Lore. You're awake but prone.
How far is Lie from me?
Lai was like right. She's within arm's reach of you.
Quick mending.
All right. So within 10 rounds. So go ahead and roll out the damage shield. She will be back up in 10 rounds. I believe that's how that
I don't
works.
see us lasting that long.
I'll just double check that with the Steel Defender. Smith. If the mini explodes, if it has died within the last hour, you can use your smiths to activate as an action, provided you're within 5 feet. And you expend a spell slot of first or higher. And the Steel Defender returns to life with all hit points restored, so you don't even have to roll it out. But you do have to expend a spell slot in order to bring her back.
I don't.
Then nothing happens. And you would know this as a seasoned architect.
I don't have any more spell slots. Nope.
No, so you can't bring her back currently as she is right now. You need to take time. You need to take time with your tools.
And I can't pick her up. Fuck me running. Is the dwarf guy within arm's reach?
Yes, he is.
She's going to call him a bastard in Dwarvish and grab his leg with her shocking grasp.
All right. Do you get up first, or do you attack from while you're on your ground?
She's. Can she tackle him while she's doing this? Just as a question.
It won't do anything other flavor unless you're trying to shove him. But that will be an attack all of its own. You won't be able to do Shocking Grasp. You have to choose between Shocking Grasp or flavoring it as a tackle.
I'll flavor it as a tackle because, like,
Okay.
who are we kidding? She's gonna hit this guy and it's just gonna.
All right, but
right off him.
but going around from behind him, you will get advantage on your spell attack.
Okay. But she'll get up and grab him with her shocking grasp.
Okay.
Oh, thank God for advantage. 16?
16 just hits.
Okay. And a 2. Fuck me.
He still loses his reaction though, so that's a big thing.
Yep. That's mostly why I did it. Cause fuck that multi-attack.
Mm-hmm. Well, his reaction means that he can't attack you if you decide to move out of his range.
Yeah.
So that's all she gets. All that gets rid of.
But yeah, she called him a bastard in his own tongue.
Mm-hmm. All right, and so you do. Anything with your bonus action that you can do?
She muted herself.
Okay. Then we'll move on with Tari. Tari, what you doing?
Okay, so I know that the one guy is within 5 feet of me. Is the tiefling.
Yes, she's right behind you.
Okay, so I cannot cast Eldritch Blast on either of them. I'm right there in front of them, so I'm going to do Sword Burst.
All right. So that's dexterity saving throws.
Yes.
For the tiefling, she rolls. She rolls a 14.
Nope.
And the thug rolls a natural 15 with no pluses, so 15.
Yeah, it's a dex save of 15.
Okay, so he succeeds, but the tiefling does not.
Alright, so 1d6. 3.
3. Okay. So... So as you send the blade scattering, the thug manages to duck out of the way, and you see the blades scatter through the illusion and then actually pierce her, and the illusions disappeared. Only one of them are now standing, revealing her true self.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice.
I can't use any movement.
And you have no bonus actions as of yet, so yeah. Alright, so now we come to Esther. What you doing? You have taken a short rest, so you have your channel divinity back, I believe. Yeah?
Oh, yes, wait. I'm going to heal Channel ability. Yeah, I'm gonna heal myself
Hmm.
to restore 20 HP.
Up to your half.
If I'm half. Are you less than half too? Is Lore less than half too?
Francine?
Lore.
Oh, she's still muted.
Go do. Let me see if she. Let me just check to see if she took note of her damage. I don't know if she's doing it by hand or by D&D Beyond. She is only 2 HP below half. So she can take 2 HP, but that's about it.
Oh, okay. I'll give her 2, and I'll give myself 18. How is Tari okay?
Oh yeah, I've only taken 7 damage the entire day.
Hmm.
I'm back.
You
I
should have
started.
already killed him.
You get 2 extra healing. I know it's not much for Lore, but it could be something.
Hmm.
And
It's 2 more than I had, so I'm not bitching.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
I guess I can't do anything else.
That was an ability, so, well, if you have a spell that you can cast with your bonus action, you can, but that's up to you if you want to.
Is there a cantrip I can cast?
No.
No. Okay. Nope.
Yeah, all you can do at this point is Spiritual Weapon if you had it, or Healing Word if you had it, but... Alright, so with that, we come to the top, we come to the Tiefling.
Sorry, what was that?
The Tiefling's turn now comes up after you're done. She will take a moment and she will she's cool. She's got a bit of a list. Alright, and seeing you trying to assail her, Brigid, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Okay. Oh, 17.
17. Alright. So you just see her set you with a firm look, and she like lifts her hand and closes her, like pinching, and you feel an immense headache just immediately just onset as you take total of...
What is she?
You take, because you saved, 6 points of psychic damage as you just feel this spike just shove itself into your mind.
Well, if Brigid wasn't pissed before, she is now.
If only you had a barbarian rank, you could rage.
Yeah, no kidding.
Alright, and with that, she knows that you're still standing there, and she will...
Currently growling at her.
Yeah, she will hold her ground, and it will come to your turn now.
Am I technically flanking her since Tari's on the other side of her?
It's... Well, she's kind of off to the side. Yeah, I'll say yes, because she did purposely move aside, so yeah, you're flanking.
Okay. Okay, first one's a 24. So 24.
So 24 hits. Yeah, they can't even use shield to block that.
Yeah, I would certainly hope it hits. 2d6 plus 5. $13 damage.
Alright. She takes a pretty hefty hit, but she's still standing, panting a bit, labored. That is your action. She's still standing. We come to the thug, who then turns his axe on you, Tari, and begins swinging away. That will be a 19 to hit,
That hits.
and his second attack will be a 21 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Your first attack is 4 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and the second is 10 points of slashing damage.
So 14 in total.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
I
Oh,
think
and
I
actually,
still have that 9 from earlier.
hold on. I actually need to roll something real quick.
Ay,
Okay.
ay.
He had advantage because he's fighting you in range of one of his allies. But nothing special happened with him other than the damage you just took. We now come to Olgren, who is going to see that there's a huge mass of you individuals, and will swing about. And you try and tackle him, saying that Dwarvish Curse. He's going to use 2 attacks on you, Lore. So that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Got me.
And his second attack will be a 26 to hit.
God.
Yeah, he's rolling really well. So the first attack is 5 points of damage, and 5 points of damage. So 10 points of damage total. As he just flips his daggers in his hands and just stabs behind him, piercing through your armor, and then he'll shove out with another hand towards Esther and try and slam her in the gut with the blunt end of her of his jambaya. And he rolls a 17 to hit. Esther?
Nope.
Sorry, what was that?
Esther, what's your AC?
18?
You manage to bring your shield and block him as he just tries to slam his jambaya towards you. So he finally missed. Alright. So now we come to Lore.
Laura's gonna offer him money to stop this fighting.
Okay, and how does she phrase this?
I don't blame you.
Gold for our lives.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm garbage at these two. Where is? I'm looking right at it. Don't suck, don't suck. 11.
Alright, we'll see what happens on his next turn, depending on how the rest of the battle goes. So we come to Tari. You hear Lore make that plead. What do you do?
Tari's not gonna think it's gonna work. He's already pissed. He's already trying to literally kill us. He almost killed Lore. He doesn't care about money. So she's going to do another sword burst.
Okay, so it's dexterity saving throw from... Okay, so the tiefling whiffs, and the thug rolls a natural 17. Like, he has no pluses. So the tiefling's going to get hit.
Again,
Yeah,
4.
4 damage. Alright. Alright, that's your action. We now come to... Unless you want to move.
I don't want to get a hit any more than I've already gotten hit.
Alright,
Yeah.
so now we come to Esther. What you doing?
I'm gonna fuck you. No, but
Yeah.
fuck you, dwarf guy. What do I have? Blah, 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 blah. Is this more damage than my sword? I have cantrips. 1d8 word of radiance. Or I could just mace him. Yeah, mace him.
Alright, go ahead and roll your attack. Technically, you're flanking with Lore, so you have advantage.
Yeah.
Crit, 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 crit.
No, with these rolls, it's gonna give us like nothing.
You got this.
No. 14.
14 does not hit. He ducks just underneath your mace strike.
Well, what's the second one? You had advantage.
Oh yeah, roll it out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nope.
God, it's even worse.
And he's gonna roll 20.
Okay, Kyle, turn off your hacks. This is bullshit.
I'm not hacking. I will roll with transparency from now on, if that's becoming an issue.
This is just bullshit.
He also has a +7 to his attack.
Ugh.
So, we come to. So you whiff. Do you do anything else?
I can't.
Okay.
I'm out
Then
of
we
spells.
come to the Tiefling. She immediately she looks over to Olgrin and has a moment where her eyes narrow for a bit, and then a cloud of mist emerges from her feet, and she melds into the mist and reforms towards the wall about 15 feet away. So out of range of you, Brigid, and Tari. And then
Mist is dead.
she will use Firebolt, and she will use this on Brigid, since she's been the one really punishing her right now. And she rolls probably not enough to hit. Yeah, +5 to hit. She rolls a 10 to hit.
Yep, that doesn't
Yeah,
hit.
so you just duck under it, and you don't even have to duck as it just hits the threshold. We do come to your turn, Brigid. The way is clear now.
Where is she in relation to everybody else?
She is the far distance. She's broken off from the group. She's about 20 feet away from you.
Do I have a clear path to her?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna run straight up in her face and cut that bitch down.
Alright, go ahead and roll out your attack.
This is a 16 hit.
16.
She's gonna probably be shield.
Yeah, you swing your blade out, and she brings a hand up, and a violet barrier emits between you and her, and your blade just breaks off, ricochets. Just barely misses.
Bitch, I'm gonna cut you down.
Alright, so now we come to you. We come to the thug, who's looking about and just continues his assault on you, Tari.
Yeah,
That will be a 15 to hit,
it hits.
and then a unnatural 20. So,
Fuck.
Hey, you have a potion, right?
No.
I thought you bought one.
Did I?
Check your inventory.
that needs to be
I don't have one in my inventory.
So that's, and if she did buy one, that's up to you to add to your inventory. But for the first attack, 8 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and then 10 points of slashing damage, so 18 points of damage.
Okay.
All right, that's his attack, and he didn't do so within range, so you didn't get any advantage. We now come to Olgrin, who's heard your plea, Lore, and looks about at the scene transpiring around him. He's still feeling very confident.
He's feeling confident, so he doesn't care.
You see him break out a smirk. Burn me and beg for your lives, and I shall give it to you. I can take your gold off your corpses otherwise. It says as he flips his daggers and holds his action. He makes this declaration. We come to your turn, Lore.
Lore's a fucking coward. She'll drop to her knee and beg.
Alright, so Lore, you take your turn pleading. We come to
Yep.
Tari next.
Okay.
Sorry,
There's
guys.
nothing that Tari can do to get this guy to die before he hits her again. If I use my round of action, can I disengage?
You can you can use your action to disengage. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna disengage and run away.
Okay.
So my range on my Eldritch Box is 120, so I know I'm not gonna be able to run far enough to not be in range of that.
Yeah.
So she's gonna.
Yeah, it's a very tight
go.
space. Wherever you go in this, it's like a wedge shape. In that it's like 15 feet no matter which way you go. It's a very cramped space. Other than going back into the store, but that limits your sight lines.
Yeah, so she's gonna. I don't know. I guess go towards Brigid.
Okay, so you're going towards the wall. So you're going southwards towards the wall. All right.
Okay. So I'm near Brigid, away from the dude, and I can't do anything else.
Yeah, because you use your action to disengage, but you're out of his immediate range. We now come to Esther. You're in the thick of it with Lore right now. You see Lore dropping to her knees. What do you do? And you're directly in front of this guy, as he's setting you with a firm stare.
What did Tari do? She ran.
Yeah, she ran towards the
She ran
wall.
towards me.
Yeah, so she's still in the battle, so to say, but she took her and moved away from her, removed away from you and the rest of them.
What did he demand?
That you bend knee and beg for your life.
She's going to. She's not going to attack. I'm gonna do an action to defend.
So
Like,
dodge.
what's that?
The dodge
Take a
action.
dodge action. And
Okay.
She's going to say, "I'm not begging."
To-
And I guess that's it. But she's like not gonna kneel.
All right.
She's just gonna get into a fighting stance with her shield
mm.
and mace.
All right, and then with that, he will roll out. His trigger was on whether or not you took his deal, and he rolls with a disadvantage. He rolls a natural 3 for his first attack, so he definitely doesn't hit. His second attack was a natural 5, so that doesn't hit as well. And his last attack is an 18 and a 12, which equals up to... So his weakest one is 12, plus 7 is 19. So he does manage to hit you
Yeah.
with one attack. And because of the nature of this, he's also rolling an additional... Well, no, because it's a reactionary. Well, no, it's a held action, so it gets sneak attack damage as well. You take 8 points of damage for the first attack. And then
12 doesn't hit.
No, it's a total of 19. It's 12 plus 7. So
Where does 7 come from?
his attack,
That's his
sweetie.
bonus.
12. He rolled a 12 plus 7. He adds stuff just like you do. And then he rolls. He's a roguish type, so he rolls out sneak attack. So, in addition to the 8 damage that you took from his last attack, you're also taking 14 sneak attack damage. So 22 damage total.
Wait, why is he getting sneak attack?
Because you're in range of his thug. The thug was between you and Tari.
Fuck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Esther's down.
So you manage to hold your ground before he gut checks you with his Jimbai. You're knocked unconscious. He did not do a lethal strike.
Okay.
And with that, we now come to the tiefling, who sees you, both two people swarming up on her, and she narrows her eyes like, didn't realize I was so popular. And I would like you two to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Okay. 23.
Okay.
Right. By you two, do you also mean me?
Yes.
Yes.
Because you're
Oh.
within. Because you went up towards her and you're within 15 feet of her.
Okay. Is it +2? Yes. 15.
All right, 15. You both managed to save, so you only take 7 points of thunder damage as she just thrusts out her hands and a loud thunderclap emits from her. And this force just hits against both of you, but you both hold your ground. So note the 7 points of damage, and that's her
Turn
action.
down.
Tari's down now? Yeah.
Yep.
So
Fucking A.
so you held your ground until the after effects of the thunder reverberate through you and you just collapse onto the ground. Alright, so we come to your turn, Brigid. You have one of your team on her knees, 2 down, and yourself.
Brigid's gonna take a look around.
Hmm.
Fucking A.
I really did not want to fight these guys.
Well,
What's it gonna tell you? What's it gonna take you to leave us alone?
And you ask this, and he says like, "You heard my demand.
I'm not bowing down.
Well, then you will take your pride to the ground."
Well, at least I'll try to take down as many of you as I can.
All
I
right.
guess I'll swing at the tiefling.
All right. Go ahead and roll out your attack.
9.
That does not hit. She steps out.
Shocker.
You're distracted now. You're in a situation you weren't expecting to be in.
No, I'm not.
So we come to the thug, who looks towards you, Lore, and begins raising his axe before Olgan just raises up his hands like, "No. No need. Fight her." And the thug gives a firm nod and closes the distance with you, Brigid, flanking with the tiefling.
Yep.
And he rolls with advantage. He rolls a 16 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
And his second one is he rolls 2 natural 4s. He rolled 2 12s and then 2 4s back to back. So both of those don't hit. So you manage to just, without even facing him, bring your blade behind you and deflect both of his strikes. We do come to Olgren next, and he will look over his shoulder at you, Lore. "Stay right there. I got some business to finish." And then he will close the distance swiftly with you, coming around to your side, and he will make his attacks. His first attack is a natural 20.
Fuck.
His second attack is another natural 20. I will take a screenshot of this if
Damn
need
it,
be.
Kyle!
And his third attack is... Okay.
natural 20?
Dude, seriously.
Okay. We're not rolling on this side anymore. This is,
Yeah, this is fucking bullshit.
I'm so sorry.
let's scrap this fight.
You know what? You
Let's
don't
see-
even have to fucking roll. I'm gonna go down.
Yeah. Well, he might roll shit, but okay. I mean, it's just natural 20s all around. So just for the first
3 in a row.
3 in the
Three in a
row,
row.
I will show you the screenshot that I have. So his first is he rolls 4 on his dagger, so that's 8 plus his 4 dexterity, so that's 12 plus a 24 from his sneak attack, so 36 damage.
No, I'm down. I'm down.
So he just goes in, flips his Jambaya, and just jumps up, Superman punches, and just cracks you against the temple. And the last thing you feel is the earth beneath you. And with that, he doesn't even need to finish his attacks. He looks towards Ulai, and... Lore, sorry. And he flips his dagger towards you. So what will it be, little woman? And he says this even despite your androgynous appearance. And we come to your turn, Lore.
I
Stay
yield.
alive so you can keep my money. Stay alive so you can keep money. I just don't want him to like loot our pockets. If any.
Yeah, Lore yields. She's a scholar, not a warrior. She's like, I didn't sign up for this shit.
Mhm.
She yields.
Mm-hmm. All right. So as you're standing, as you're on your kneel before him, he walks up to you. She's one Jambaya and then the other. I do not intend to spill unneeded blood today. It's bad for business. But you know not to mess with me now, yes?
Laurel nod.
Vic, he says, looking towards the thug. I think their life is worth a little bit of gold. Do not take all, but take some. I think that is fair.
Not a gold. Fuck you.
And so those of you that are unconscious, subtract 50 gold from your pods.
Laura's gonna kind of stop, like, put up a hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, you're unconscious, Erica.
I know. What you're saying. She doesn't have to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Laura's gonna put up her hand. Leave their belongings. I have a deal for you.
And what deal is that, little lady?
I'm gonna PM you right quick, Kyle.
Okay.
God damn it.
Actually, you
actually,
know what?
better- yeah,
Actually, better. No one of you are conscious right now. We're going to whispers. All right. So.
Okay.
So you raise your
Laura-
hand and you say this deal. He holds up his hand and his thug stops, rifling through their goods, and looks at you
Leave them.
expectantly. Mhm.
Let us walk away
And
with
if you-
everything. Yeah,
Okay.
with everything. And I can do some work for you.
And what kind of work can you do for me?
She'll hold up her gauntlet and make it spark.
And seeing this spark, he's like, "Oh, you're a tinker. You make things, yes? I could use that kind of talent. And I respect your intelligence. You knew quick that you could not win. I respect that. That survival instinct is very good to have. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
God fucking hiccups. Persuasion with advantage. 13.
You rolled a natural 20
Oh, shit.
because
Okay.
you rolled with advantage, so the 20 is what you take.
Okay.
And he looks over at his thug. He's like, "I think this is much better idea. Glad that you decided to stay amongst the conscious. I could have missed out on this talent. Would have just stolen your gauntlet instead. Would not know what to do with it. So, your friends will leave, and they will keep what is theirs. What is name? And do not lie."
Mine is lore. And she'll point to lie. That is lie.
Cute. Then Lore, he extends a large dwarven mitt towards you. I think we have a deal.
And Lore will shake his hand.
And with that, he gives a hearty laugh. This will be interesting. So many interesting things happening in this town. Very well. And you will tell me, why were you here? What were you doing? Were you
We were doing a job
And what job was that?
to investigate you and what you're up to.
And you do so by attempting to ambush me.
Wasn't the plan. Wasn't my plan.
It was not a good plan. I am very amenable guy, he says as he straightens up and like rubs his chest. He's like, I am easy to talk to when you're not planning to ambush. Living a life on the streets does not make for a healthy paranoia. And he looks to you. And who hired you on this job?
The Blades Covenant? Yeah.
The Adventurers Covenant.
Adventures Covenant.
Of course. Of course, the people come running to them. But it's no problem. Vic, and he looks over at the thug, drag them out front, bring them to the main streets. I think this exchange is enough, and you will join your friends.
And Laurel nod.
Grab your strange doll and leave.
Start picking up Lie's pieces and shoving them in her bag of holding.
Mm-hmm. Clank, 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 clank. And so you do. And Vic will take to dragging, and Algren will join. As he himself grabs onto Brigitte arm and just drags her out, where Vic will grab onto Tari and Esther and drag them out down an alleyway not far. And now we can return back to the general group.
Okay.
Like roleplay thing. Hello.
Hello.
Alright. So after some time elapses, everyone begins to wake, slowly but surely, groggily, all at 1 HP. And an alleyway about a quarter mile away from the lost and found. All of your gold is on your person.
All right.
As Esther pats herself down, starts counting her coins.
Laura's gonna take her 3 potions and hand them out to them.
I think, if I just get the rest, I'm okay. You keep it. They're expensive.
Brigitte is going to stand up and start walking back towards the cantankerous curmudgeon without a word.
Let's. Do you need help carrying Lie?
She's in my bag.
Okay. Yeah, let's. Ooh. The pride is a little bit hurt. But, let's head back to the. Are you okay? Is everything okay? I looked to Tari to see if Tari's okay.
Alive. It's the second time today I've died.
Well, not die, but gone unconscious.
Yeah.
It's hard. Are you okay, Laura?
Laurel, like, half shrug.
Alright. Okay, let's. I need to sleep. Yeah, let's head back very solemnly.
Yeah, to the cantankerous curmudgeon.
I'm gonna hop, like limp like jog up to Brigid and see how. Are you okay? I mean, considering.
Was like Brigid? She's not limping, not hopping. She's carrying herself as best as she can, and she will continue looking straight forward.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'll give you some space. Esther is gonna like not try to hide. She just like making sounds occasionally, but yeah, make her way back to the
curmudgeon.
Okay. Did anybody take any of the potions that Laura was offering, or no?
No, Tari did not take it.
yeah.
Just because we're if Tari gets into another fight, she's just like, I'm done with today. Like, where's this second permanent scar on her body for today?
Considering you were done. Yeah. Hold on. Actually.
Brigid's got some scars.
Yeah. Well, you got just a big fat welt on the side of your head right now because he didn't like knock you down into dangerous territory. He just knocked you unconscious. He didn't actually.
Okay.
But
Got the bulk scars.
She doesn't get a scar this time.
He just bonked her, I guess.
he bonked her, but Tari, you do have some like these strange, almost. You're fair-skinned. Well, are you fair-skinned or are you tan?
No, she's fair-skinned.
She's fair-skinned, so it's barely visible. But along where your ears were, there are these like weird streaks along, like almost burns, but not quite. Weird little streaks along the from your ears down to your jawline.
Streaks?
Yeah.
That's from what?
From like light, they almost like they arc like lightning.
Oh yeah.
From the thunder wave.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird. But they're really faint, and I'm pale. It's like it's not super obvious.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not super obvious. Yeah, Thunderwave is a bit harder to describe in terms of their scar damage, because it's just force. And Esther, you were knocked unconscious as well, so you don't come away with a scar either. Laura,
What about when the multiple times he like ouched me?
but he didn't cut you down. Like, scarring only really happens from him actually using that kind of damage to knock you unconscious.
Oh, I see. Okay, continue.
But Lore, you do have a series of slash marks across your chest and belly. You have 3 exactly. And those were closed. They were closed by Esther, but you have scar tissue. 2 slashes across your chest, and then 1 across your belly. Like 1 from your collarbone down to your stern, like to the center of your sternum, and then 1 almost parallel with your breast, just above it, and then another just a diagonal slash across your belly.
Man, Tari's neck is getting messed up more than her night with the fucking wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah. But alright, so change the mood there. As you return to the Cantankerous Curmudgeon, it takes a bit, and by then the sun is beginning to dip past the horizon.
Yeah, I'll see. I'll take a look. See what are the girls doing?
Tari's gonna turn to Brigid. Are you in the mood to fight with Jackatus tonight, or do you want me to go let him know to move it to tomorrow?
I'm gonna look around and see if Jacktooth is there.
You do see as you enter, various individuals are flooding the tavern now. That's getting later in the day, and you do see sitting in the bar, still in his armor, Jacktooth, who is having a tankard alongside a very elegantly clothed tabaxi with
Female?
a shoulder cape cast over his left shoulder, hiding his left arm. Make a perception check, Esther.
If it's a female or not.
Yeah, I'll just say if you can tell because it's hard at the angle.
It's hard with a furry boy. Nope.
Yeah, you cannot discern.
You have eyes.
They have leopard patterning. That much you know.
I mean,
And they're rather lithe and sleek, which is why they give off a very androgynous appearance, so you can't tell one or the other. And the two seem to be having a conversation. The tabaxi is familiar to you, Tari.
Oh, is it the one merchant?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
female? Female?
No.
Okay.
Mm.
There's no competition then for Brigid.
I don't remember his name. Did I
We're
get his
pretty-
name?
Yes, you did.
We're pretty fucked up right now, so
It's,
it's probably
it's a strange name. Just make an intelligence check for me.
Okay.
his name is Snowball.
No.
Mr. Fluffles. Like, no.
It's the merchant, like the main guy for the right.
The caravan that you escorted. Yeah, no, it's slipping you. But you do know that
Yeah.
this is Jacktooth's employer.
Yeah. He's a weird one, that's for sure.
Mm.
Mm.
I guess, yeah, Brigid sees him, so if you want to go
Yeah,
talk to him.
I'm going to go over to the corner and talk to Jack.
Do we look really fucked up right now? Like,
Oh, I'm sure we do.
Probably.
You've been through one hell of a day, and you definitely do. Like, Brigid's walking up with a already like bruise, like purple and blue, like along the left side of her face. There's actually probably a little vessel damage along her left eye, so she's got like a busted blood vessel in her left eye. So she's looking like she just came through a heavy scrap, and turning towards you, Jacktooth's like, "Yeah, I know," and whoa, he says as he rears back, he's like, "You've been in one hell of a scrap, hmm?"
Unfortunately. If you'd give me an hour, I will get prepared for our fight.
Are you sure? We can always postpone the bout. It's alright if
No,
you need to take
I
a day.
promised you I would fight you tonight, and I am a woman of my honor.
Well, you take your time there. No rush, you hear?
I'll see you in an hour.
See you in an
And then
hour.
Brigid will walk upstairs to her room.
Hmm.
can I slip in to talk to Jacktooth real quick?
Sure. As he's like looking towards Brigid with concern, he then looks over and the tabaxi's leaning forward and looking at you, and then you see Jacktooth look from, "What are you looking at?" "Oh, God! You need to stop that."
Sorry, I got messed up pretty bad too. Listen, Brigid won't say no to a fight because she's an awesome woman that would fight someone to the death. And even if she is barely conscious, but I think we went through a lot, not just physically, but emotionally. And it would be really cool if you were the one saying that we should postpone for another time.
And saying that's like, "Oh, that's a strange thing. I know that kind of pride. And she's intent on it. I'll give her an hour, and I'll let her rest up. She's looking even more rough. And I will call her, because I want to fight a warrior at the top of her condition. But she can catch a second wind, and I'll decide then."
Actually, maybe she will be even more insulted if you give her like even a little bit of leeway.
That's
So
why
if you're gonna fight her, you fight her.
yeah, I'm going to.
Maybe, yeah, maybe afterwards you can comfort her. if you know what I mean.
Tari's just gonna glare at you, Esther. Like, seriously?
And,
Why?
and then
I'm trying to wingman with a busted kidney right now. Just like
God.
my intention to get my friends laid. It's the
I don't know
priority.
if that would help her right now. That she's probably not in the mood.
but you saying that the Tabaxi looks over and is like, oh, I like this one. This one's very funny. What is your name, strange blue girl?
Esther.
Yeah, and they extend their right arm out, and as you do, you see that their cloak shifts, and you see that where their left arm would be, there's actually a stump just above the elbow.
I see it.
And he grasps down and gives you an eagle. Hissing Pit is my name. You can call me Hiss.
Oh, he is nice. Nice to meet you.
Yes.
I'm not saying you should, but just put it in your mind.
He gives a firm. Jacktooth gives a firm. I was like, yeah, I'll keep in mind. But I think first and foremost, Brigid needs something to prove, especially if she just came from a rough one.
Was he drinking? Does he or his have a drink in front of them?
They do. They have tankards, but they are not like. It doesn't seem to. It's like, glug, glug, glug. And he's just like, ooh, yeah. I think you need that a little bit more than I do.
I'm gonna take his too and like slowly.
And Hissing Pit is just smiling with a toothy grin. It's like,
You're a good man.
well, try to be. You look like you need some mending yourself, so why don't you take a breather? I appreciate you talking with me, though.
Yes. Thank you. Okay, I guess I'm gonna find a table for the girls to sit at.
Yeah, and there's still some tables to find. There's one not far from the stage where some minstrels are strumming away. And what is Lore doing?
Laura would not have gone back to the curmudgeon. She would have gone to the tower
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
to tell them they fucked up.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Yep.
Alright, so breaking off there, we'll go to you doing the. We'll come to you after Tari, since are you at the bar as well, or would you have joined Lore?
Would Lore have told us that she was going to the tower?
Nope.
No. But you haven't
Then I'm
passed.
at the bar.
Yeah, then you're at the bar, yeah.
Like, if I don't know where she's going, I'm not gonna intrude on her shit.
Yeah.
Like,
True.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Tari's gonna roll perception to see like if she recognizes any other patrons.
Alright, go ahead.
25.
25. You primarily see Jacktooth and Hissing Pit. And really no one else of note within the establishment.
So she's gonna order food and a low alcohol content beverage
Mhm.
and take a short rest.
Yeah.
use her last 2 hit die.
Yeah.
Get off of death's door.
Yeah. Yeah, right now a rat could take you down.
Oh yeah.
Like just nibbles on your toe. Oh.
Not
Yeah.
happening.
So,
can I short rest too?
yes, for those of you that aren't active right now, you can begin the short rest, and it's safe to say that nothing's going to happen there. So, Brigid, Esther, and Tari can roll out your health dice and regenerate anything that would have come back on a short rest.
I'm gonna say like just a little metagaming here a little bit. I'm actually gonna use my second win before I start my short rest.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then get it back.
All
Okay.
right.
Second.
So D10. Alright, so while you guys are rolling that out, well no, wait.
God, I'm still rolling like shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. So with our hit die, it's just the die. We don't add anything to it, right? right?
Plus your
Plus
constitution.
your constitution.
Oh, fuck yeah, okay, cool.
What's the hit die
So-
again, Kyle? 1d8.
Yeah, 1d8. You have a pool equal to your level in cleric. So you have you're level what,
Plus
4 now?
14.
So 4d8. If you didn't use any during a previous short rest.
Yeah.
So 14, and it's actually technically you're supposed to roll them once at a time, and you recover. So you get actually, so the 2 plus 4 is 6, and then
Well, no,
the 8
it's
plus
not
4.
plus 2.
Yeah, just
So well, no, it's my constitution's plus 2.
oh, okay, so you already added that.
So
up. Okay,
I added them together.
okay, good.
Yeah.
Mm,
Oh man, there, guys, I'm at a whopping 15.
Yeah.
Esther's just gonna sleep on the table. Like, head down.
good job, guys. Good job, buddy.
I'm taking a nap right here.
Oh, that actually should have been a 12 earlier.
All right. So with all that, we come to lore. You're arriving at the Covenant. Doricia is at the receptionist desk with Zula out of sight. And you walk up to her. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll limp in.
Mm. And Doricia looking up and seeing you that bad. She's like, "Oh my goodness, dear. What happened?"
We got our asses beat.
"Oh dear.
No one died.
Well, that's great. One moment." She walks over and goes to the door to her left, where there's this like clerk service window, and she'll knock on the door. It's like, Sana, come out here, please." And you hear loud, "One moment." And the door opens up, and filling this doorway is a large-shelled turtle man
Ah.
with his head lifting up from the shell, and he has a very finely polished shell, and he has a courier bag at his side, and he has these kind blue eyes that shift about. It's like, "What is it, Doricia?" And it's like, "We got a woman over here. She's a person. I don't know. They're hurt is the most important thing." It's like, and he looks over, like, "Oh my, aren't you roughed up?" And he lumbers over and walks right up to you. He's like, "Oh dear. Well, would you mind if I administered some care to you, young lady?"
By all means, please. It'd be my pleasure.
Very well. He produces, he opens the flap of his courier. "Not much for the magical affair, I'm afraid, but I have these." And he produces a very large filter for just such a moment. "Here, take this, please." And it is what you note a greater healing potion.
This is my not complaining face.
Yeah. So what you'll roll when you consume it is 44 plus 4. 4d4. Four-sided die. Plus 4.
That's
Yeah,
not a
got
lot.
confusing for a second.
Hmm.
14.
It's enough to get her back on her feet. No. And so you feel your wounds closing even further, and I think you're actually pretty high up there anyways.
21 now.
Yeah, so you're close. You're getting closer. It's like, how do you feel now?
A lot less dead.
That is preferable. And I'll take that,
Thank you,
please.
sir.
And he will take the poultice. I'll have to work on refilling that. I have to talk to
Thank you.
Ballistis. What happened to you, dear, that this happened?
The dwarf. Yes. A caster. Would I know what kind of caster?
Make an Arcana check.
Whoop, that's a D8, my bad.
16. You coming from the Arcana Collegium, you definitely know she was going through the motions of incantations and using components. A wizard. And it seemed to be with her ability to project illusions, her ability to hide herself from, well, you don't know that she was in the storeroom, but that she seems to be a wizard specializing in illusion.
Oh, well. All right then. Illusionary wizard.
Yeah, illusionists, as they are. And so you say that's like, ooh, sounds frightfully dangerous. I'm glad you made it out there, though.
My friends got just as bad.
Ooh. Well, if they do more work for the Covenant, have them come by me, and I'll be sure to outfit them properly, so that I might lessen their burdens.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome. Be not disheartened, little one. And he says as he claps a big old tortoise hand on you, with his fingers almost ending in those rough, rough bony claws. Do not be disheartened. We all find a bump in the road. But stagger we all must every now and then. Keep on.
I think I found my new favorite NPC.
Aw, he's so encouraging.
And he gives a firm nod. Now back to it. If your friends were hurt, I'm sure they could use your company.
They're likely getting drunk by now.
That is an expected outcome after such a day.
She kind of does that, like, head bob, like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Well, drunk or not, they could use their friend now, too.
She'll, nod. Who do I have to tell that we failed? She'll, like, look around.
Doricia is still standing there. It's like, well, failed? How did you fail?
We didn't
He
get
saw all four of us. So, and he knows that we were trying to investigate him.
Oh, so most likely he's going to have his guard up. He's going to be even more careful about whatever operations he's up to now. I mean, it's not a failure. It just means that any further investigations will be more difficult. Though it would be a good idea to lie low for a little bit. Let him get his guard down. Well, the contract's still up. I mean, it just means it hasn't been fulfilled yet.
Take it. We're the only ones allowed to do it. Cause fuck this guy.
We got a personal vendetta.
You're not there. Keep that to yourself. What would Lore do in the face of this?
Laurel just, like, acknowledge what she says with a nod.
But, will you and your group be off the case now, or should we make this an open contract?
Take it.
I don't think we should handle it.
Well, at least we know one vote. I'll tell Zula. I'm pretty sure she'll want to have a talk about this with the rest of your crew, but I'll make sure that is noted. I'll inform Zula about the mission. But you should definitely see about getting yourself in tip-top condition. I believe she wishes to have a conversation with you tomorrow about the potential mapping excursion.
Laura makes a groan sound just behind her mask. Just, oh god, no.
And Dorisa seems smiled, genuine, like pleased with herself. It's like, yes, that's what happens when you become one of Zula's chosen. Such a responsibility. But you have a lovely day now. And she returns to the receptionist desk, and San R is like, she's pleased with all things. you go about. Enjoy the rest of your evening as best you can.
One question, sir.
Yes.
Can you heal scars?
Heal scars. Ah. He thinks a moment. I am but a budding alchemist. I am actually apprenticed to Velistis. I cannot say that I can. Not yet. That is more amongst the arcane, I believe, more the magical.
And Laura will nod.
I'm sorry. I don't like to tell anyone no, because of my lack of ability. But I can do research at the very least.
If it would not trouble you.
It would not. Work here at the Covenant Tower is very pleasant, but I am very efficient. I could use something to fill the time.
Must you know the type of scarring?
I suppose that would help.
Necrotic.
I see. That will be a most difficult type, I can already say, but I will do the research. It will take time, but I will let you know when I have found knowledge that would be useful.
Laura will nod, give a polite bow, and excuse herself.
And you hear the thumping of his bare tortoise feet smacking against the ground as he enters the clerk's the now what you know is to be the quartermaster area. And with that, he closes the door, locks it, and you return to the. Are you heading to the curmudgeon now?
Yeah, she's gonna head to the curmudgeon and kind of order her dinner to her room and go to her room.
Okay, so you do so. Tari and Esther, you do see, because this is coming towards the tail end of your short rest, you do see Lore pop in, order her meal, and wait impatiently. Or do you order and want it delivered to your room?
She'll want it delivered, yes.
Yes.
She looks to Tari and she's like, I think I'll go to Lore if you want to see if Brigid is okay. What do you think?
I mean, she's as okay as she's going to be.
Okay. I'm going to... Right. Brigid looks really mad. I'm going to talk to Lore really quickly.
Alright.
You okay down here by yourself?
Not drunk, I'm good.
Okay.
Alright. And by the time you...
I should be better, actually.
Yeah, you're doing better. You're not as bad. Taking a little bit of rest and recovering. You're still sore. You're still sore, but you're good to go.
Okay.
And so you go. Laura's already ascended to her room, but you know where that is. All right.
Oh, are we doing that first? Okay.
Yeah. Real quick.
Okay. Lord, it is Esther. May I... Hello. Can I talk?
She'll open the door after some shuffling. Like, you'll hear shuffling and then she'll open the door.
Yeah.
She's going to be wearing just like a leather apron.
Oh.
Coat's already off, and like her hair's kind of messed up because she like put the mask back on.
Oh, yeah. Right. I just wanted to talk to you privately. Are you busy right now?
Yes. You come in though.
Okay. Close the door. I'm going to just take a look around. I just wanted to know, what happened after are you okay? and she's like physically like looking at her, like grabbing her shoulder and looking at her.
I'll live. And you?
No, look, they knocked me out. I still have my gold, but I've seen a lot when I was out in sea, and I don't know. People who win battles sometimes try to take things, not just gold or physical things, but more monstrous things to like humiliate people, and especially against women. And I was unconscious, and that's pretty frightening for me. I didn't know what happened before and after, or before.
I was awake the whole time. He took nothing from you, just drug you out to the street and left you.
Inside check, that bitch. I mean, she's not a bitch.
Okay. Alright, and for
If you want, don't lie.
for whatever, like, because there's 2 rolls I allow for this. Just roll a d20.
Oh, just a.
Oh no, not you. Make an insight check. Lore rolls a d20.
Oh, come on. The fuck? 7.
And 7, and she rolls a natural 8 plus stuff that I know she'll be rolling. She's hard to read.
Tonight's just not our night.
It's especially hard to read because of the mask.
Yeah, I was about to
And-
say, she is definitely wearing a mask.
She's wearing a mask, and she is also speaking in a very monotone voice. It's very hard for you to get any tells from her body language.
Okay, she's gonna crouch down, like, to be even lower than her, and she's gonna look up at her, like, with an expression she's never seen before. And she's like, did he hurt you? I just want you to tell me. Did he hurt you? Did he do anything?
After the fight was over, no, he didn't hurt me.
If you want to talk to anyone, I am here to talk. Brickett is going to fight downstairs. Wait, can I roll one more time, or is that doesn't count? I think. Like,
What? Another
can I roll
insight check?
insight one more time, or no? That
Depends
that
on what
counts.
you're trying to insight.
I wanted to see if she's lying again. Like he didn't do anything to her.
Go ahead. And Lore did the same thing. Just roll a d20.
What,
Oh.
seriously?
Yeah.
Good
she.
God.
She.
Where was that 20 before?
Yeah. She is extremely difficult. You've never had the difficulties, like, even trying to look into her eyes through the slots of her mask. She is giving you nothing.
Right. Sounds about right. Okay, she's a tough crack. She's a tough shell to crack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm here if you need me. I will be downstairs watching Brickett fight. She
How
pats her
strong are you?
How strong? Physically?
Yes. Like, can you hold this? And she'll, like, motion to the other side of the room where there's just a bunch of weird metal body parts laying on the floor.
She
Oh
wants me to tell
no!
her. She
Yeah,
wants
she's
me
fixing
to-
to lie.
Yeah, Brickett, I'm pretty strong. I'll help you.
Just hold a tosser up, and I'll put it back on her legs.
Okay. Please don't make me roll for this. I don't want to roll for this, please.
Give me a moment.
No, Kyle, just move on to the other girls. Swear to God, no. She's helping her. This is a nice moment. Don't fucking.
I'm just checking the determinations of how to restore her. I take it you took the time. You're taking the time to. Do you have Smith's tools on you?
Do I have-
Yes.
Okay. So you two just have a moment. You don't have to roll anything. You're fine. That's not good when you guys are afraid of rolling. But yes. So yeah. All right. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated for a brief moment there for some reason, but yes. So you take a moment to assign parts, and you begin the first steps of repairing her. You need to spend a long rest, the downtime before short rest to fully restore. But you're making progress. Having Esther help you quickens the process, and that you can focus on hammering, fusing, and melding certain parts back together again. Especially since most of the damage was sustained in her torso area. You're having to beat out and buffer the plates that formed her body. Also, you, Esther, are getting a very intimate insight on how this thing at least seems to be put together. Underneath the dress it's very much just an automaton, with the overlapping telescopic plates.
Ooh. I've never seen anything like this. This is really amazing, Lore.
Thank you. I designed it myself.
Yeah, like how the hell does this move? Like, this is really, really amazing.
It
It just-
uses. Yeah, she'll talk about how the gears move and how it uses hydraulics and stuff and just go off, and it's like the most you've ever heard Lore talk ever.
And for once, Esther shuts up and lets her talk.
Oh, Esther, being quiet without
Lore?
outbursts.
Yeah, and Lore talking? Oh my Lanta, what's going on? What is this bizarro world?
Yeah.
And honestly, I'll say throughout, it does take a little bit. Lore, you get the benefits of a short rest.
Nice.
Since this is light activity, I mean, it's a little bit more vigorous, but I'll say this is fine. Especially with her Esther helping you. She certainly made it lighter, and you're distracted with the conversation, going very in-depth about Lai's design.
Mm-hmm.
And you definitely get the impression that before she was very hard to read, but just from this you do surmise that Lai is definitely a work of passion, an achievement, but also something that is close to her.
Okay.
Just from the intimacies that she knows this creature, this automaton from head to toe.
Okay. That's nice. Just lets her talk, asks questions to keep her talking.
Yeah, and Laura's just like she's eating it up. It's like you're basically hearing some sort of fucking student thesis at this point on how this thing is made.
Yeah.
And she's just having a good time about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right.
And while you two are engaging in that, towards the tail end of it, we'll go to you, Brigid. Brigid, what have you been doing throughout your rest?
So after talking Jacktooth
Mm.
and heading upstairs, she heads to her room
Mm.
and closes the door and immediately throws her sword across the room.
Mm. Bang, clang.
And yeah, and she is trying so hard not to cry
Mm.
and not to scream.
Mm.
And she thinks back to the alleyway where she literally watched two of her teammates fall while the third kneeled and succumbed to their enemies before being knocked out herself. And all she wants to do is scream.
Mm.
And so then she walks to the room and slowly takes her armor off
Mm.
and starts washing down.
Mm.
And then she spends the rest of the hour meditating
Mm.
and preparing for her fight coming up.
Mm.
And as soon as the hour comes to the close, sorry, my phone's going wonky.
Mm.
As soon as the hour comes to a close, she changes to some light clothes.
Mm.
It's like a bikini top, short shorts, and some boots.
Ooh.
Athletic gear.
Yeah, athletic gear.
Less shit for him to hold on to.
Yeah. But it's
Or more
also
things?
no. It's also what she used to wear back at home in the forest.
Yeah. Alright. And it's around
I'm
this
gonna
time.
talk to Brigid in Elvish. Just letting you know.
Yeah, go right ahead. And once she finally changes, she'll look in the mirror
Mm.
and thinks back to Esther and her fucking affirmation.
Mm.
Just like cursing herself in the mirror. It's like, I came here to be stronger. So far, I failed at that. And in this fight, I will prove myself.
Yeah.
She will turn and walk out the door
Mm.
Nice.
and head downstairs.
Mm. And it's just about when you're leaving that you see Esther entering Lore's room, and you hear a conversation, muddled conversation before the door closes. And as you go down, you see Jacktooth is no longer at the counter, but Hissing Pit, the leper Tabaxi, is standing there, and he does a double take. He's like, "Oh!" And he hops off and walks up towards you. It's like, "Oh, you look very ready for the wrestling match. Are you?"
Yes, I am. I'm quite ready.
All right.
Metagaming. I'm totally up to max HP.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, alrighty, follow me, please. And he actually takes you out to the back of the curmudgeon, to like where the stables are located, and where like a lot of free room is, where like a yard is basically in the back, or yeah, kind of like no grass or anything like that, but pretty much a place for storage where people can stow away their caravans if they need to. And going out, there seems to be a circle already formed with rocks, like a wrestling ring. Oh, cool. And as you come out to it, you see standing in the center, likewise having changed his ensemble, going from the armored individual that you saw before, you see Jacktooth standing in boots, belted trousers, and nothing else. You see dark green skin, corded muscle, and a variety of different scars, and a tattoo over his left pectoral. As he's squaring himself off, you see a light sheen of sweat from what seems to be the end of a warm-up. And he sets you with a firm look. It's like, you look better. Good.
I'm ready for this fight.
Yeah, you better. I only want the best from you.
As a, talking about his scars, this is also showcasing all of Brigid's scars as well.
Mm.
Ooh.
I mean, like, up and down her arms, legs, deep gash down her chest. She actually has her hair up in a bun using her bandana to hold it up.
Mm.
And you guys notice that there's not a single scar on her back.
Mm-hmm.
Just covered everywhere else.
Mm.
Nice.
Would Tari have seen her come down and then go out the back?
Oh, for sure. Especially if she was in the
Okay, so
middle.
yeah.
And Hissing Pit is not the most discreet individual ever.
No.
No.
With Tari's knowledge of Elvish, would she know common, like, battle encouragement phrases?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, like, if she was in South Faltese, she might have heard some Buscarin. So whatever saying that you have in mind that you can just try and say that's like the Elvish version of that.
So Tari will come up and, like, place a hand on your shoulder, Brigid, and then softly say in Elvish, I've got your back. Watch your front.
Brigid's just gonna
No?
look back and no, I mean that's like actually perfect. That's
Right?
perfect.
Mm.
But now Brigid will look back at you and you just see a genuine smile. It's good to know. I'll do you proud.
She could give love. Prestidigitation. Sparkles.
Yeah. Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer.
Shimmer, shimmer, shimmer.
I'm so glad I learned how to say that word properly.
Yeah. And seeing that, Jacktooth looks to you, Brigid. As we discussed it before, I am interested in wrestling here. This won't be coming down to blows. I want your strength. I'm convinced of your ability in combat. But I want to see if you can keep me down.
Ooh.
Oh,
And so I have Hissing here, being our mediator. Whoever holds down their opponent to the ground for 5 seconds is declared the victor.
this is gonna be interesting. Well, that's definitely a challenge worthy of taking on.
And with that,
Brigid, Brigid,
and you see the circle is only about 10 foot, like only about 10 foot wide, so not a lot of room given with both of you in. And he points towards the rocks. If you get pushed out, our positions reset. But let's try and keep it in the ring.
I'm certainly not a sloppy wrestler.
I hope not. You ready? He says as he goes to his side of the ring.
I'll go to my side of the ring
Mm-hmm.
and
And
then
Hissing,
get down in a squatted stance,
Mm.
ready to go.
and he'll do the same, like he'll squat and move down until his fist is on the ground and sets you with a firm stare. And Hissing Pit will look to you, Tari, and say, if you could help me ensure that the ruling is fair, I would appreciate that.
Of course.
Hmm. And with that, he will stand outside the ring, but to the middle of you two. Alrighty, then we begin. And he raises his hands. Now! Alright, roll an athletics check.
Oh, please. 30-20?
Dirty 20. You both rush towards each other and crash against one another. His large size is used, and he manages to kick his leg out towards you and flip you right onto your back.
Damn it. Alright.
So that's one success in his. It's similar to the arm wrestle.
Alright.
Okay.
So that's one in his favor. And so now we come to the next contest as he's trying to close in and trying to pin you down immediately. So go ahead and roll out another.
19?
And as you try and brace yourself, getting up, he brings his arm across your chest and slams you back onto your back. Though he's not taking the mount like you'd expect him, he's facing away from you. So kind of like in a weird anaconda rip. And so he has you against the ground, his large arms just enveloping your chest and trying to hold onto your arms and hold you against the ground. He says, "Come on. Show me what you got!" That's the second success. Yeah, that's the second success.
God damn it.
And with that,
That's a nat 1. 8.
mm, oh god, he also rolls a natural 1, and you both have the same athletics, so it is a draw. Yeah, he has a
They
he's,
Okay.
headbutt each other.
yes. So you're trying to push up, and he's trying to, like, you keep him from pinning you down, but he also can't push you down. It's like, "Ugh, that's more like it." Roll again.
25. Those are the numbers I expect to see from Brigid.
Oh my fuck. You try again, and you manage to squirrel away from his grip, but you don't get any ground on him, and he gives you no ground either. You're face to face and in grips with each other. It was another draw. He
Are you
rolled.
fucking kidding?
He rolled an 18 as well. So still no
I'm getting very
progress.
frustrated.
I'm sorry. I'm like, what the hell? All right, roll again.
A 9.
A 2. So this time he managed. So this time he managed to take some ground, and begin pushing on him. He's backing away now. He's lost his footing. Go ahead and roll another one.
21.
20. How do you try and get more ground on him as the position's now reset to neutral? I know you're actually a wrestler, so that's the thing. Is like I'm probably doing a terrible job.
I know. Because I mean, like, there's like the basic takedown, but honestly, she's probably going to like actually slide to his left and grab his ankle and pull it up and slam him down into the ground.
And so you do. And now he's going to try and make a quick recovery. Make another check.
14.
14. Natural 20.
Ah,
So
damn it.
as you try and go for a takedown, he grips your upper arms, puts his boot to your gut, and throws you overhead, and immediately spins, rolls around, and slips his arm underneath your upraised one and around your neck. He's getting you to a chokehold, using your own arm against you. That's 2 successes for him, sadly.
Another 14.
As you try and hold your ground, and you're trying to wriggle out of his grasp, he closes his right arm around his fist and pulls tighter until your vision begins to darken around your sight. And then you hear Tari. You see Hissing Pit. Keep an eye on. He taps. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make a fine athletics check.
God damn, another 14.
He rolls. We'll find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the last clap, just before your vision clouds, he releases you. The count is made. I am so sorry. He rolled 2 natural 20s back to back and a natural 18. And
Your dice need to go to dice jail.
Seriously, this is fucking bullshit.
These are some player killer dice.
yeah, you rolled 14 3 times in a row. I'm rolling 20s twice and 3 times in a row. Whoa! You rolled 1, 2, 3, 4 14s. Yeah.
Look at my rolls.
Yeah.
What if I didn't break double digits a lot?
I know! That's
Okay.
why I'm so frustrated.
So as the count out comes, we are going to take a quick intermission. All right.